Good morning. This is the 5 a.m. Club. I'm your host with the most, Sonia Pinto, making sure that we kickstart this week the right way. Got so much in store ready for you guys on today's show. I hope you do not go anywhere. Stay tuned. Got the vibes, Pondy vibes coming your way. You are tuned into Radio 254, the home of Kenyan music and content.
Defense, to be honest, I just wanna be with you and I know vex. I just wanna be with you and I know best. I just wanna be with you, yeah. You elevate, and when we did together we marinate. And everything you say I resonate. And when I day inside you, you lulate. I li on fire, too easy. I'm feeling you, I'm loving you. You make it too easy. I'm touching you, and I'm loving you. You make it too easy. You make it too easy. You make it too easy. Oh baby, you got the body, make me lose my mind, oh. You're like nobody I know. Oh baby, you got the body, every tantalize, oh. Baby, you energize, oh. Anything you want, baby girl, you know I can't deny you. Anywhere you go, I'll go. When I'm feeling low, you're the only one who give me high, oh. How you do me, I don't know. You elevate, and when we did together we marinate. And everything you say I resonate. And when I day inside you, you lulate. I li on fire, too easy. I'm feeling you, I'm loving you. You make it too easy. I'm touching you, and I'm loving you. You make it too easy. You make it too easy. You make it too easy.
You listen, yeah. Decision. I'm really trying to make the best decisions for you and me. I think we need to let it breathe. How many times? How many times did we fuss and we fight? And how many signs do you think we need till we say goodbye? It's no surprise, we done this a couple hundred times. Giving me vibes, telling me lies. You're the only one, yeah, you're the only one for me. You're the only one, you're the only one. Only one that I need, the only one. You're the only one for me. Don't play the blame game. It takes too much to love you.
Say it's really me, but it's really too much love.
Nimechoka kusafa cause of you.
Don't play the blame
It takes too much to love you.
Say it's really me, but it's really too much
Nimechoka
love.
kukosa na with you.
Don't play the blame game. Stay saying that we are different. Can't seem to admit you're afraid of commitment. Testing my patience with your expectations. Always making decisions. Who gave you my permission? How many times can I fake being polite? How many tries? Marangapi, will I ever get tired? I ain't surprised. We've done this a couple of hundred times. Wanipa vibes, but stay telling lies. Like, I'm the only one, I'm the only one for you. Only one, I'm the only one. Say won't fade away. Only one, I'm the only one for you. Only one, but it's just too much.
It takes too much to love you.
Say it's really me, but it's really too much
Nimechoka
love.
kusafa cause of you.
Why you love to play the blame
It takes too much to love you.
Say it's really me, but it's really too much
Nimechoka
love.
kukosa na with you.
Don't play the
It takes too much to love you.
Say it's really me, but it's really too much
Nimechoka
love.
kusafa cause of you.
Why play the
It takes too much to
blame
love you.
Say it's really me, but it's really too much
Nimechoka
love.
kukosa na with you.
Don't play the blame game. Too much to love. Too much to love. Too much to love. Too much to love.
Vijana barubaru na wewe Japo ninapata kidogo, ninalisha familia. Ndoto nimeweka kwa moyo, haiwezi didimia. Baridi hunipiga kwa soko, angalau nipate 100. Siku nitarudi kwa udongo, hakuna deni nitawachia. Baba nibariki, mimi ni mshiriki, bariki pia watu wangu. Tusikose riziki, tusichoshwe na dhiki, Mungu pitia kwangu. Nyumbani tusirudi mkono mtupu, waru tukibeba tujazie kasuku. Tuache mayai tukule mamake kuku. Ipo siku one day, najua ipo siku mama, watatuombea mabaya, lakini hatutafeli. Ipo siku one day, najua ipo siku mama, watatuombea mabaya, lakini hatutafeli.
Kiatu yangu ikinifinya na umianga solo, kiraka labda tu kwa nguo sijivunji moyo. Wananilenga kila siku nkiwaomba, Mungu ndo malenga, shairi yangu anaichora. Tuko stanza 1 naishangi vile inanzanga, shimo nimejitoa watu wengi wanazamanga. Pesa ni down na sina fare ya kwenda pharmacy, homa wapi tamba ya makamasi. Nimechelewa ndoa, kuna watu nalea, za chama sijatoa, mtatumaje fair. Nadunga Sunday best, nikingoja blessing. Shetani alinitest, my performance was impressive. Yes Lord, unanipenda be tremendous. Ukibariki wengine sometimes I get jealous. Pole nilianza na mwili, ndamalizia na roho. Usimalizane na mimi mumini ama chodongo. Nibariki.
Ipo siku one day,
najua ipo siku mama watatuombea mabaya, lakini hatutafeli. Ipo siku najua ipo siku mama watatuombea mabaya, lakini hatutafeli. Mungu Baba, when you remember me, ukinipa nyama nipe kachumbari, nisikufe moyo kuwa nami kwenye safari. Mungu Baba, when you remember me, ukinipa nyama nipe kachumbari, nisikufe moyo kuwa nami kwenye safari.
Yes Lord, unanipenda vi tremendous. Sometimes I get jealous. Pole nilianza na mwili nitamalizia na roho.
Ipo siku yoyo, ipo siku najua ipo siku mama watatuombea mabaya, lakini hatutafeli. Ipo siku najua ipo siku mama watatuombea mabaya, lakini hatutafeli. Hatutafeli. Ipo siku hatutafeli. Hii baridi ni mbaya, hii baridi imetetemeka ya kutosha, kujoni kumbatie. Nimejaribu kahawa, nikajaribu gauge, najua ukikuja utafanya disappear. Shida zangu si za dokta, shida zangu si za vodka. Sema leo utatoka na mimi nitakungoja. Shida zangu si za dokta, shida zangu si za vodka. Sema leo utatoka na mimi nitakungoja. Sema nijipange, sema nijipange, ningependa kukuona leo. Tujipambe, pambe, sema nijipange, sema nijipange, ningependa kukuona leo. Tujipambe, oh Lord, oh Lord.
Natamani lako joto, natamani maso, nimetetemeka ya kutosha, njoo unikumbatie. Nimejaribu blanketi, moto kwenye fireplace, najua ukikuja utafanya disappear. Shida zangu si za dokta, kama whiskey. Nambie utatoka na mimi nitakungoja. Shida zangu si za dokta, shida zangu si za vodka. Nambie utatoka na mimi nitakungoja. Sema nijipange, sema nijipange, ningependa kukuona leo. Tujibambe, tujibambe, sema nijipange, sema nijipange, ningependa kukuona leo. Tujibambe, oh Lord, oh Lord.
Baby niambie, oh baby niambie.
Uko down, uko ready, njoo to get busy. Uko down, uko ready, njoo to get busy. Uko down.
That is Nviri the Storyteller featuring Sanai Peitande Baridi, playing right here in the 5 a.m. club. Now, if you were just joining us for the first time, I usually start this show with some morning affirmations. And it is Monday. It has a bad reputation. Maybe this is because our Mondays is the start to a work week. Or is it because It means that the weekend has come to an end. Regardless of the reason for which Mondays have developed this worst day of the week stigma, we have the power to change our Mondays, which will change our week, which is the first step in just being able to kickstart this week. And I come here bearing affirmations that just are going to harness the power of energy, especially using the law of attraction. Our affirmations for Monday today are to be able to kickstart our week just the right way, and they are as follows. Today is a new day, and it is indeed a beautiful day. It is the beginning of a fresh week. I have the power within me to make today great. I am happy today. I feel strong and powerful. I am exactly where I'm supposed to be right now. I feel positive vibrations today. I am grateful that I woke up today. I choose to excel at everything that I will be able to do today. Mondays are the best. I am smart. I am worthy. I am enough. I am going to make this day count. I am committed to myself this week. I have the power to bring all that I wish for into my life. Now, in case you did not know, affirmations are the best. Yani, when I say the best, they're the best way just to be able to kickstart your day. It's Monday morning, and this is the 5 a.m. club. It's the best way to be able to kickstart your morning. And we're over here kickstarting the week on such a high note. Our Twitter handle is at Radio 254 Online. Kindly, let us talk. Let me know how your Monday is going so far. Let me know what your plans are for the week. Ebutonge. Let me find out. Our Twitter handle again is at Radio 254 Online. This is Radio 254, the home of Kenyan music and content.
Ladies and gentlemen, every time you're around me, I feel love. Another one for my one and only. Another one for my one and only. Another classic. We got another one. We got another one. Hey, I feel love. Sedo, Shinsky, I'm addicted to love. Hey, can you guess what mood I'm in? Need you like my oxygen. Let's get we can be just you and me. Some privacy. When you say my name, spaceship, rocket, paper plane, higher than I've ever been. Oh, Rasta never felt this way. Oh no, it's true. See, I'm in the villa, nani do. Kawaida, me not playing it cool. Kawaida, me not playing it cool. But I'm so foolish when it comes to you. Sikuplan kugo this deep, kufika hii stage. Skwangi mtu neka feelings zangu kwa display. But kwa future naona party na wedding cake. Kunyu kitu perfect ineza happen by mistake. I be the realest, skudanganyi. But you can't be the realest bila honey. Kujiambia loneliness never killed a G. Na compensate na chain mingi kama Mr. T. Uneza guess ile never leave again. Well, lift me up anytime I'm down. Every time you're around me, I feel love, baby. I'm addicted to you. Lift me up anytime I'm down. Every time you're around me, I feel love, baby. comes to you lift me up. Anytime I'm down, every time you're around me, I feel love, baby. I'm addicted to you. Lift me up. Anytime I'm down, every time you're around me, I feel love, baby. I'm addicted to loving
Now that you're gone, my heart will always stay so young and free, like we will always be. I let it go, sour, 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 sour.
kesi kata keki arako pesi sino baya misi teti kaniguoko kona jeshi bepa chasing money making kali take overtaking kani racing Yuko fao, nipe malkia staki ya shao. Bruce Melody that'll be my brother, body show you how we flip it kapado uja discover tunaleta ka ibada ina wale wakorada tusipoge jobaraka ni mono wa baba. I'm on a roll, nime chill kama baridi sisi wende nimekuwa nikifloss idi niko sawa sawa si wanagawa gawa omundu strong rungu pia ni ya baba. So here we go, a chili jo, umo shwari, mambo shwari. So here we go, a chili jo, from Nairobi to Kigali. So here we go, a chili jo, say 1, 2, 3.
Vitu vingine wakisema watasema kwa sababu niko sawa, niko njema. Hoja blessed, no man can test. I let it go, sawa sawa, sawa sawa sawa. Just let it go, sawa sawa, sawa sawa, sawa sawa. I let it go, sawa sawa, sawa sawa, sawa sawa. Just let it go, sawa sawa, sawa sawa, sawa sawa.
That way, and I think I'll wife it. I need someone like this real life, but not every day you a meet one in a billion. Me and you together, girl, one in a zillion. Dogo kidogo, kebu songa kidogo. Ukieza inam, kisha si. Ukieza elewa, jua sitachelewa. Wajua, nakupenda zaidi. Ukieza elewa, jua sitachelewa. Amina, amina, nakupenda zaidi. I give you that attention. The right one, baby, want you close to me. I give you that attention. The right one. Oh me, oh my, oh me, oh my. Not really hard to decide. Everybody group to the side. You got the sauce and you got the vibe. Make it clap, clap, moto badai. Let me see you bump, I see no lie. Chika, 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 chika. Benda, benda, bam, bam, hit madam. You want a proper fix? Call me. Not to by the way, call me. Hit you a joke, Nikani. Bring it back to Fadani. That attention, the right one, baby.
Bye. She. Fuck them coming. Goodbye.
Hey yo, Metro Sukato.
She fuck them coming. Sema nini. Baby girl ko busy. Sim kishash na ndo kwa mini. Budo nasema nini. Budo nasema nini. Budo nasema nini. She fuck them kamimi. Sema wapi lini. Baby girl ko busy. Sim kishash na pili. Ndo kwa nini. Budo nasema nini. Budo nasema nini. Wapi your head akili. Staki umwage please believe me. Kabaya we moving speedy. Aliniona club aka fall so needy. Dona njoanga mi upata niuze ikus kwa nini. Kabaya ni wire, kabaya ni truth. Kabaya kwa street ni njili. Kama ni Billy Fine boy rich wheezy. After shash na lip gloss walidai ni lost kwa nini. Real they need be. Boy unanyege simi. Oh utaichapa usijali kwa pass na CD. Fuck them kamimi. Sema wapi lini. Baby girl ko busy. Sim kishash na pili. Komando kwa mini. Budo nasema nini. Budo nasema nini. Budo nasema nini. Fuck them kamimi. Sema wapi lini. Baby girl ko busy. Kishashi komando kwa mini. Budo nasema nini. Budo nasema nini. Budo nasema nini. Sani achekwa nini na nadai mzayan cheki TV. Aliacha nikiwa mkidi sai the girl ni star hii jiji. Sizozi kisiri siri na kuchokoza utajua ni mimi. You can't even compare a beast na mbwa koko mjini. Can't even compare my ego na Titanic majini. Link na mwarabu nyomoe akinita habibi. Heri ni kunywa na maji ya sink kuliko nipate mkidi. Unhinged and faced and bothered. You wanna see me ngoja. His skill ni kama ugonjwa. Ana flatline call the doctor. Wesi una macho ona. Hika nairo ogopa. Lishapita level zote. Final boss ndio na ngoja. Fuck them kamimi. Sema wapi lini. Baby girl ko busy. Sim kishash na pili. Komando kwa mini. Budo nasema nini. Budo nasema nini. Budo nasema nini. Fuck them kamimi. Sema wapi lini. Baby girl ko busy. Sim kishash na pili. Komando kwa mini. Budo nasema nini. Budo nasema nini. Budo nasema nini.
Kila mtu amebewa na sijapewa.
Nani mimi?
Nani mimi ndio nalipa bill na kila mtu amewa na sijalewa.
Sijalewa. Sijalewa.
Yangu safi kila mtu amebewa na sijapewa.
Nani mimi?
Nani mimi ndio nalipa bill na kila mtu amewa na sijalewa.
Sijalewa. Sijalewa. Okay na skim na panga. Scratchy na bamba. Me and myself best duo Habib na Manga. My steams na panda. Luku silk ndio pamba. Na matri tushapanda na inachunisha kinanda. Hapa dere peke ndio kosoba kwa ndai. Shots kidogo una oya songa my guy. Hatuja alianza madai. Before to sell it walai. Na kuna sponsor sasi ametuma waiter. Kale kabuda pale kanadai kukubongesha jo. Kama ni pesa we mwambie sinaga pressure. Tuko wote na ni uno solo ndio anacheza jo.
Pesa yangu safi kila mtu amebewa na sijapewa.
Nani mimi?
Nani mimi ndio nalipa bill na kila mtu amelewa na sijalewa.
Sijalewa. Sijalewa.
Pesa yangu safi kila mtu amebewa na sijapewa.
Nani mimi?
Nani mimi ndio nalipa bill na kila mtu amelewa na sijalewa.
Sijalewa. Sijalewa. Upepo wapi Nairobi. Tunakesha hatuombi. Kuna kota kwa pochi maindi na kata ni hobby. Cham na mangwana rumba ni ya Sam mangwana. Nositishe maheni huku kwa chuom hawana. Lakini leo after party uptown. Paparazi kwa parking tukifika na rundown. Ligi bado soni kiwa solo au na mbogi. Mtu wako chunga fiti uoni ya shanoki. Loki kuna chali flani mina mdai. Loki akidai anadai na mwai. Loki ama ni vile mi niko high. Loki huku niko kukofaya sana na sitoki.
Safi kila mtu amebewa na sijapewa.
Nani mimi?
Nani mimi ndio nalipa bill na kila mtu amelewa na sijalewa.
Sijalewa. Sijalewa.
Yangu safi kila mtu amebewa na sijapewa.
Nani mimi?
Nani mimi ndio nalipa bill na kila mtu amelewa na sijalewa.
Sijalewa. Sijalewa.
special. Kuja rangi sura piga facial. Tembo nayo tunakunywa special. Kula pesa cheki meso kesho. Weekendi lazima session. Kuja rangi sura piga facial. Tembo nayo tunakunywa special. Kula pesa cheki meso kesho. Pesa yangu safi kila mtu amebewa na sijabewa. Na ni mimi ndio nalipa bill na kila mtu amelewa na sijalewa. Pesa yangu safi kila mtu amebewa na sijabewa. Na ni mimi ndio nalipa bill na kila mtu amelewa na sijalewa.
Let me say this one. Yeah, boutique of fresh, walking in hate, presidential, Kauko Lise, Biana ass, Koini freaks, Minko Maji, Kauko Lise, boutique of fresh, yeah, walking hate, yeah, presidential, yeah, Kauko Lise, yeah, Biana ass, yeah, Koini freaks, yeah, Minko Maji, yeah, Kauko Lise, yeah, Miniko green, yeah, Vile smell like terere, bounce on a day kunchuja kwa club jumweka, sweets kwa kerenget, anave shake pekele, butina baki la yeah, Biana day kunchola la mwere ni boy, so butina lele left, wana jidati shari ni peng, na menki checking yongongo jo, unasemwe mgoriwa bazu kwa bell, lakini unashinda tu nyongo losa, roba peleka na sponsor man, minta kutupa kwa local jo, unatringia makali ya kisonko jo, warembo napenda konyagi man, hata nikwe mimsoto ho, uwezi nipata na chura man, mwisho wa mwezi kila mtu star jumboka imengia kwa pori man, shaneka kipiga void, masleo unusa mshahara kingia, but mwisho wa mwezi kila mtu star, lazima ni empty mapori man, butuko fresh, yeah, walking hate nko yeah, presidential, yeah, Kauko Lise, yeah, Biana ass, yeah, Koini freaks, yeah, Minko Maji, yeah, Kauko Lise, yeah, butuko fresh, yeah, walking hate nko yeah, presidential, yeah, Kauko Lise, yeah, Biana ass, yeah, Koini freaks, yeah, Minko Maji, yeah, Kauko Lise, yeah. Ati Wanjira ko single, Minko single pair. Kana dekto panty, mbona na interfere. Unajua Musa libanangi bush na bado likate ya maji. Ka unajua story, mbona na bitch my dear. Ati Wanjira ko naked, buti na interfere. Deki unajua ni nono, mbona na doubt my dear. Kama nakoga kwa rada, mini komea my dear. Mbanga kintaftamba. Yeah, butuko fresh, yeah, walking hate nko yeah, presidential, yeah, Kauko Lise, yeah, Biana ass, yeah, Koini freaks, yeah, Minko Maji, yeah, Kauko Lise, yeah, butuko fresh, yeah, walking hate nko yeah, presidential, yeah, Kauko Lise, yeah, Biana ass, yeah, Koini freaks, yeah, Minko Maji, yeah, Kauko Lise, yeah.
That is Boutros, yeah, playing right here in the 5 a.m. club. It is about that time we get into our word of the day, or rather our words of the day, and I usually bring you guys 2 words of the days, one in English and the other one in Sheng. Our English word for today is gamut. Yeah, I know, right? It sounds so interesting. It doesn't even sound English. Gamut. A gamut is a range or series of related things. When we say that something runs the gamut, we are saying that it encompasses an entire range of related things. And that is what Gamut is all about. Our Sheng word for today is Thiang. Thiang. It sounds so interesting. Thiang means a smartphone. Specifically the new high-end phones, not easy mulikamwizi. So that is our Sheng word for today, Thiang. You're tuned into the 5 a.m. club. I'm your host with the most, Sonia Pinto, making sure that you kickstart your Monday and your week the right way.
MC, still MCA, USA, USB, nakachaja type C. Character yangu imedevelop vibaya, ADHD ndani ya ABNB. MC, still MCA, USA, USB, nakachaja type C. Character yangu imedevelop vibaya, ADHD ndani ya ABNB.
Screen yangu bado ni JVC, old school blood mi wona KBC. Kitu ambaya siwa siski, watu wa CBC uneza tuita Gen Z. Same things, she still never change, bado MVP tukimalizanga game. Sio kikana shi, mindo VIP, kosho zote mna attend. JWK, ukituona JK, jeshi ya B imekaa mkuharibu South C. Barricade, kuna wale wanaike, jeshi ya D imekaa mkuharibu South D. Heavy, ukidai tuchome scene, tuachoma picha jua tunaga ID. MP ajeskia our plea, mara IBC vitu wate tusaidi.
MC, still MCA, USA, USB, nakachaja type C. Character yangu imedevelop ndani ya ABNB. MC, still MCA, USA, USB, nakachaja type C. Character yangu imedevelop vibaya, ADHD ndani ya ABNB.
Yo, ni kama ndo nilioletea corona. Wanabonga very bad, loud, awa mahate I'm the snake kula kona. Sababu shit zao music oneshanga arrogancy. Nikitaka peng labda nikitaka ring, Lupita Anyezi labda akitaka ring. Juu ni kuficha ring, Sprite lean na nicotine, dry gin na nicotine. Hi honey I'm home, nazikindergarten magidesha. Since kindergarten na daingi Kim Kardashian. Mombasa, Naivasha, ama nikupeleke Rhodesia, ama Dabakamoro, acha ni ani kuwa Igoro.
MC, still MCA, USA, USB, nakachaja type C. Character yangu imedevelop vibaya, ADHD ndani ya ABNB. MC, still MCA, USA, USB, nakachaja type C. Character yangu imedevelop vibaya, ADHD ndani ya ABNB.
Yo, siya niko fully loaded, siye mbele ya wase skuli gode. Sichuse kazi jo uchumi ngori, usilize nafanya nini niko shughuli zote. Usimes na ishit ni deep, dem yako siku mdishin limpimp. Kurura windows ni tint, rawa na chunguza ninyo ina stink. Brethren, how you behaving? KSM vitu tulifanya Airbnb. MC wenu bado MCM, that's why they can compare me and them. Juu ya chats kama VOM, juu ya cash uone violence. Niluliza motherland ama ubeiwe Benz, Kovi on demand, warazi wana tens.
MC, still MCA, USA, USB, nakachaja type C. Character yangu imedevelop vibaya, ADHD ndani ya ABNB. MC, still MCA, USA, USB, nakachaja type C. Character yangu imedevelop vibaya, ADHD ndani ya ABNB. MC, still MCA, USA, USB, nakachaja type C. Character yangu imedevelop vibaya, ADHD ndani ya ABNB. MC, still MCA, USA, USB, nakachaja type C. Character yangu imedevelop vibaya, ADHD ndani ya ABNB.
Yeah, hey, sipendi zo form kwani Jimoro alishika na mali mtana kirambo sangoko flani Chala ilitakisema jini ya nani Kumbi wangasa likuwa shanseti Boy alishindwa ni gani no maana wezi pata mnangiosa nitakwa nyokapi Story za nyoka ndo staki Nasianga skuizi ujana meshika na shinda meshikia wapi Minauliza tu mara ngapi Kumingia stage ukangusha mabati There's too many fish in the sea Nisa kuna shark na kuna tilapia Kuna wenye ukulaga vifiti vibana Kuna wenye ukulaga mafi Niko idha vile takuji na wasi Ashana mbaga ni soft Nikamwambaga reverse Okay wa Drop it like baby a slow Akana mbaga ni soft Nikamwambaga reverse Niko idha vile takuji na wasi Ashana mbaga ni soft Nikamwambaga reverse Okay wa Drop it like baby a slow Akana mbaga ni soft Nikamwambaga reverse
Kuna soslani mtani na gari lakini udedi mamboch Hata na shindo ni aje dot Ukiwa na ganji maskimbi uflok So mina wafake upiganga shao mangware kichak kondani ya bafu Mimi wasafi na chezanga chafu So ni nanguna wawili watatu Shinda matafu Maskani na kunyonga uchi ya njoti Milo kunyamba kusema kwa ploti Nita ni baba jugeri ni voti Hata joja beki shika si choti Fika kahawa ukule makofu Kiza baridi jo shika kikoti Jana nikali utakula maswaki
Niko idha vile takuji na wasi Ashana mbaga ni soft Nikamwambaga reverse Okay wa Drop it like baby a slow Akana mbaga ni soft Nikamwambaga reverse Niko idha vile takuji na wasi Ashana mbaga ni soft Nikamwambaga reverse Okay wa Drop it like baby a slow Akana mbaga ni soft Nikamwambaga reverse
Classic music.
Nobody loves you the way that I do. Nobody can love you the way that I do, yeah. Maybe nobody loves me the way that you do. Nobody can love you the way that I do.
Ukisikia nafunga ndoa marry you Menisafisha madoa niko wingu la blue I'm gonna stick with you for wherever I'm coming through Mambo yakienda mbaya na keep you cool Kama ulisafa sahau karibu sapa Kwa bahati nzuri mapenzi yanaishi hapa Sikio umenipata sina matata Jisifie wakapendeza Takwa kashi mkononi kwenye mahitaji Takupenda moyoni nikupe nafasi Takwa rambo rindoni vita maji Sitokutenda kutenga sitokujaji
Naomba sana, naomba dua Nisije zingua Nobody Watasema sana Wataongea Wazidi umbea Nobody Oh, and I know You're the one for my heart and soul Nobody can love me the way that you do Nobody can love me the way that you do Nobody
love me the way that you do Nobody can love you better than I do Nobody shows me the way that you do Nobody do me the thing that you do Maujanja, nampa, mauninja kumfu Anaruka, nainuka, nanguka pu Ananipa winja, warren tu Honey, sugar, ginger, my boo Sauti akiongea tu mashallah Mguu akitembea mwendo billions Dala kama kajiongezea shape Bala kajipendelea mpaka kara Sauti akiongea tu mashallah Mguu akitembea mwendo billions Dala akikusogelea Sasa akikuchekea
Naomba sana, naomba dua Nisije zingua Nobody Watasema sana Wataongea Wazidi umbea Nobody Oh, and I know For my heart and soul Nobody can love me the way that you do Nobody can love me the way that you do Nobody love me the way that you do Nobody can love you
Nobody love me the way that you do Nobody can love you better than I do
Nobody can love you the way that I do.
Sosi delivery, pombe kemikali, mapenzi halali, mapenzi legit. Silikuanga silali, hapo awali Kanairo hakuna amani. Hakuchi on fire, can't deny. Miguu zake unzunguka kama taya. Aki bend over, ni game over. Wanga na sosi mpaka naitisha sosa. Na kulishwa matamu ya roho. Naogeshwa ngoza mbichi na valishwa kidogo tu ninyonyeshwe dredi zangu zisokotwe jingo zajiwe nasanifiwa naroliwa kisha navutishwa moshi pia napuliziwa navutishwa naishi kama paka nalishwa navutishwa haya mapenzi sijalipishwa navutishwa mama
navutishwa mama kuamka kung'ara na kukaa tu kula mahaba ya kistaarabu na tabasamu bila sababu kitandani nafunzwa adabu kukaa kukaliwa kulala kulaliana na kulaliwa maisha ya gorofa nikitoka kitandani naruka kwa sofa wifi imelipiwa nadekezwa upara na papaswa nabembelezwa natulizwa uso nakaliwa nasanifiwa naroliwa navutishwa mama navutishwa
moshi pia napuliziwa navutishwa haya mapenzi sijalipishwa navutishwa mama navutishwa mama.
This is Hendrix Sound.
So fresh is on the beat.
Nikona too much on my mind, just enough in my account, stress enough kukuwa na vices, mbona na try kuzi high, mbona na try kuzi-hide. Too much on my mind, stress enough in my account, just enough kukuwa na bise. Mbona na try kuzi-hide, mbona na try kuzi-hide baby. Yeah, too close to the edge, ushini push, niko too close to the edge. Mafala douche wanataka kunitest, nataka roof ya convertible nitoe. Kichwa nje ndo hizi makuki zipoe. Miliona tu nisinyoe, nyi mnaona tu nisioe. Nenda mbali tafuta ganji kauko na mzuka isipoe. Kolaki kan kolaki sisi wote tu enjoy. Nikishika kakitu tukashe, mujificha tukafe. Mambo ya mziki nenda nywe. Jana jua mali ametweka uko wapi wewe. Kwa kupewa na kungoja wakupewa akupe. Gonna too much on my mind, just enough in my account, stress enough kukuwa na vices. Mbona na try kuzi-hide, mbona na try kuzi-hide. Too much on my mind, stress enough in my account, just enough kukuwa na vices. Mbona na try kuzi-hide, mbona na try kuzi-hide baby. Eka kio kitaka kuteka pretender, unafuata check sana cheki na kuchenga. Unageuza next sana wife anapoeka. Unapanda stage na unauoga inakuhepa. Unaficha ndom ndani ya socks unatekwa. Unapata form unajibox bila pressure. Unaenda bash unaona moli zina mezo. Unaona nyash unajua quality na tesa, yeah. Tesa, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Too close to the edge, too close to the edge. Shini push, niko too close to the edge. Mafala douche wanataka kunitest, nataka roof ya convertible nitoe. Kichwa nje ndo hizi makuki zipoe. Miliona tu nisinyoe, nyi mnaona tu nisioe. Nenda mbali tafuta ganji kauko na mzuka isipoe. Kolaki kan kolaki sisi wote tu enjoy. Gonna too much on my mind, just enough in my account, stress enough kukuwa na vices. Mbona na try kuzi-hide, mbona na try kuzi-hide. Too much on my mind, stress enough in my account, just enough kukuwa na vices. Mbona na try kuzi-hide, mbona na try kuzi-hide baby.
Nobody puffs you the way that I do. Nobody can make me feel voodoo. Baby, nobody. Nobody puffs you the way that I do. Nobody can make me feel voodoo. Missy Jali, if I look good to you, ni 420 natafuta good to you. Nadungia dance neza pata mat to you. Iko sawa right now natuma mama to you. Wanachoma sana, yomegundua nisije lupua. Nobody puffs you the way that I do. Nobody can make me feel good. Watasema sana, watanchomea nisije lupua my bangi. Nobody puffs you the way that I do. Nobody can make me feel good. Vela mo, vela mo, vela mo, vela mo, vela mo. Hii kitu ni ya mahatenso. Nobody puffs you the way that I do. Nobody can make me feel good. Vela mo, vela mo, vela mo, vela mo, vela mo. Hii kitu ni ya mahatenso. Nobody puffs you the way that I do. Nobody can make me feel good. Nobody can puff it the way that I do. Nobody can puff it the way that I do. Yo bangi. Nobody puffs you the way that I do. Nobody can make me feel good. nitakuita nobody ukivisha no bangi. Meridiana ananijua mi ucheza with the body. Hata wakati wa mvua na mlipua she's my body. Na sipendi maslim upenda vitu badi badi. So vitu nono ziwake ukicheki niko inadi. Jibagia loud ya kuchocha tu wa rosto. Haunzi fuate wadoe joto tukikosto. Funga king size mbili mi upenda zikiwa twins. Madem nisha size wawili ni 420 all wins. Ni show mwingine mwenye kupaf kama mimi. Hata nikiwa stenje na kupaf siamini. Hata tufai kulegalize tugeuze hiki tu dini. Mother nishamconvince sina chujanga majini. So hata nikikosa rizi unitolea 50. Bagecha nyongei kitu hapo inaweza tupandisha majini. Wanachoma sana wamegundua nisije lupua no bangi. Nobody pass you the way that I do. No bangi can make me feel. Watasema sana watanichomea nisije lupua my bangi. Nobody pass you the way that I do. Hey. No bangi can make me feel. Hey. Nobody can pass you the way that I do. No bangi can make me feel you do your bangi. Toka hapo. Hey. And nobody can puff you the way that I do. No bangi can make me feel you do your bangi. Nobody puffs you the way that I do. Hey. When the gang motherfuckers all day, all night.
You used to call me your little bird. Kanyoniga kwa kainaga. For when your spirits sank low, I'd sing them off the floor for you. The other buddies, yeah, they told me they saw you watching from the balcony. We want to bring you up here to help us with the cheer of life. You said no, you never sang, you didn't know and didn't want to. And so we wrote a song for you. We wrote it in a day or two. A song about birds that watch other birds sing, choose. And it goes ooh. Said you'd like to try to sing. Would anybody really listen then? What if it wasn't that great? Or maybe it's too late to learn something. The other buddies will be listening, and they will help you in a heartbeat. We want to bring you up here to help us with the cheer of life. We watched you close your eyes, spread your wings, get ready to fly. And you sang, ooh. And we joined. This is the song I wrote for you. I hope you're somewhere out there listening to your little bird and all the other birds sing, choose.
Alo Sedo Alo kama we ni mwenyeji we ni mwenyeji Alo kama we si mwenyeji mind your business. Kama unataka ule anaichapa mpaka ilale basi harakisha njona. Mima inanukia shasha mane ustupe nini kwa flona. Super komudia ladha gane nezenda fast au slow baby. Naiva nikisikia mabob malen kitafta plan ya do. Yeah tuanzishi vita tunamaliza, nani ukinita tuma mamita au malipsinka wanawaingiza, napanda stage na una miujiza, origineta baba wakeja wananiti wananiiga, likuwa nachoma mpaka kwa filter kabadoko ushago. Life iko order bako kweli na sound unachocha,
vile naifanya sio hoja, huku hizi ni si tunazoza, tunaifanyaga proper tunaifanyaga properly tunaifanyaga. Sikudai namba 2 wakanichuja daro, songa jenga shule wajua lipe karo, sai mimi ndio speaker Frankole Kaparo, machutas napiga ki Usman Kamaru, kwa fam ya kipang sikutoka, so fam ya kipang kitatoka kwa mimi, amini ni jasho na damu zinatoka kiroga, hinjili na treat kama dini, sai ma device inakuja na mzinga, wananidai na nijuzi waliringa, Mungu akisense unajua uwezi pinga, odds iko right mimi sichezi na tinga, okay kifemi kijembe kikali, bila budi na bidwa kubali, pata jali ujwe nani ya kujali, hii maisha ni tamu na jes na makali.
Life iko order bako kweli na sound unachocha,
vile naifanya sio hoja, huku hizi ni si tunazoza, tunaifanyaga properly tunaifanyaga properly tunaifanyaga.
Yes, nani yako in the zone aje, na ana feel right at home aje, utajua nilikuwa kwa chuom aje, na harufu ya cologne sare, na sijaiko saka form sare, last year niliuza my phone sare, jana niliota na perform sare, kabla kuota niliperform short now you know kwa cliff kabla ujue mambo ya drone granda imejaa na kif na grind nikana clone kiulizana nani gwiji hapa, mimi nasikianga kama nakosa heshima, mwezi ni pima mwezi ni zima, na nimeingia nasikia wananiambia life iko order bako kweli na sound unachocha,
vile naifanya sio hoja, huku hizi ni si tunazoza, tunaifanyaga properly tunaifanyaga properly tunaifanyaga.
Life iko order bako kweli na sound unachocha,
vile naifanya sio hoja, huku hizi ni si tunazoza, tunaifanyaga properly tunaifanyaga properly tunaifanyaga.
You say you like all comba, maybe turn around and pull up to me bumper. Your skin smooth like jojoba, ati wanafanya nini wanaogopa, dark skin na nachota, melanin na lova, nobody can boka. Well, they tried sometime back in November, they really didn't think I would remember. Sahi, my confidence in me rise. I never used to be like this before, I used to be so damn insecure. Achikuwa dark skin ilana, haters are wicked loud. Nothing ever sweet like coco. Get on the dance floor, make them loco. You say you like all comba, maybe turn around and pull up to me bumper. Your skin smooth like jojoba, ati wanafanya nini wanaogopa, dark skin na nachota, melanin na lova, nobody can boka. You say you like all comba, maybe turn around and pull up to me bumper. Your skin smooth like jojoba, ati wanafanya nini wanaogopa, dark skin na nachota, melanin na lova, nobody can boka. You don't know how I like your confidence, the way you walk, how you talk, it's evident. Black is the beauty, so more for them, so more for them. You are a star, brown skin, una kill. Oh, show them who you are. loco, 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 mba. You like that toto, like that toto, toto, toto star. You like loco, like loco, 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 mba. You like that toto, like that toto, toto, toto star. You like loco, like loco, 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 mba. You like that toto. Like that toto, toto, toto star. You like loco, like loco, 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 mba. You like that toto, like that toto, toto star.
That is Dark Skin by Brandy Minor, playing right here in the 5 a.m. club. It is now 6:58 a.m. and it is time to find out what has been happening in Kenya with the news. Ruto reiterates government commitment to create jobs through ICT housing plan. President William Ruto on Sunday reiterated his commitment to address the rising unemployment cases among the Kenyan youth. Speaking during an interdenominational prayer meeting in Isiolo Boys Secondary School grounds on Sunday, Ruto stated that his government will be firm on achieving its ambitious plans of creating employment avenues for young people once they enter the labor market. Funding students to boost universities' enrollment. The new funding model for higher education in Kenya is set to increase the number of students enrolling for university students. Out of the 869,000 students who sat for the 2022 Kenya Certificate of Secondary Education exam, KCSE, only 173,000 or 19% scored university entry grade of C+ and above. Kenya Power gets cheaper rates for electric vehicle charging. The Energy Regulatory Authority has approved Kenya Power's request for a separate tariff for electric vehicles, which will see their owners purchase power at a discounted price. According to Kenya Power, electric vehicle users will be paying 17 for a unit of electricity compared to 27 for a unit of power for domestic users. Cholera outbreak. 25 people hospitalized in Homa Bay. 25 people have been hospitalized for cholera in Sindio Township, Homa Bay County. Urges people to maintain personal hygiene. Trading center in Suba South constituency. Businessman arrested at JKIA over contaminated sugar. A suspect behind the theft of condemned sugar arrested. Crispus Waithaka was seized at the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport on Saturday after landing from Dubai. Waithaka jetted in at around 9 p.m. abroad on Emirates flight, and he was arrested by immigration officers since a departure prohibition order has been issued against him. President Ruto slashes NLC compensation. NL land valuation for compensation over government projects. In his ended an interdenominational service accompanied by his deputy Rigathi Gachagua, President William Ruto said his government was committed to fighting graft and this was one step towards his agenda. How Kenya's political gains are hurting EAC common market. Kenya's internal politics intrigues are increasingly becoming a new non-profit tariff barrier to trade in the East Africa community. this, and you are now updated with what has been happening in Kenya. Stay tuned as you are still on the 5 a.m. club with Sonia Pinto.
Girl, I think you look so good in my oversized t-shirt. Is it pink or is it blue? Ukitaka we t-shirt. All your life misunderstood. Hiyo yote ni maisha. Now they wishing they were you, dancing in my t-shirt. Move your body, move your body. In my oversized t-shirt. Move your body, move your body. In my oversized t-shirt. Move your body, move your body. In my oversized t-shirt. Move your body, move your body. In my oversized t-shirt.
Move your body, get closer. Morning baby looking sexy in my boxer. Sijana siku tulikesha. Iso beshi na room ya mwenye taosha. Bounce that bam 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 bam. Have you ever danced with a dancer? Don't worry, any chance umepata. Bust down, don't stop, show off. Washa kimoja basi baby ndo to take off.
Don't take it off, I like how you moving, showing me that body. Say what you want, I'll give it to you, yeah. You don't feel like talking. Ooh, you take it down low. Bring that back, I wanna see some more, yeah. You know you look so fine, so fine. I wanna see you when you whine. Move your body, move your body. In my oversized t-shirt. Move your body, move your body. In my oversized t-shirt. Move your body, move your body. In my oversized t-shirt. Move your body, move your body. In my oversized t-shirt.
I like it how you move this ass inside my Gucci shirt. Mina jua ukidunga utarudisha. Baby girl you moving fast, ni movie. Nguo zako ziko keja ulisha moving. Na mimi sijui ushakuwa rumi. Unakuwa ngaro juu. French kisses, I'm only telling you bonjour.
I like the way you move too fast. Come baby come, we can take it slower. If you like it, don't make it fast. If I don't, baby come, I don't want this over. Your body on me, come baby come, show me how you play. We can go down night till today. You don't wanna leave, baby, that's okay. Like
Ready or not, here we go. Baby, please don't you leave me. Tell me you're not, tell me you go. I don't wanna live like this, no.
Move your body, move your body. Move your body, move your body. In my oversized t-shirt. Move your body, move your body. In my oversized t-shirt, baby. Move your body, move your body. In my oversized t-shirt.
Kenyatta wanauliza kama Kenya kuko sawa, nikawajibu Kenya tuko na disaster. Watoto wetu wanazidi kuzikana, na Tomboya ameshika tama, alituacha kama angali kijana. Je, angekuwa mambo yangekuwa sawa? Ndivyo walivyopanga Maulana. Deni mulizoacha bado tunalipa, na tumekopa zingine China, tukajenga reli pia barabara. Zilizobaki watu wakasanya. So tujiangalie, tuko pabaya leo kuliko jana. Sikio la kufa halisikii dawa. Tuko kwa Twitter tunajibizana. Tujiangalie bade, tuko pabaya leo kuliko jana. Tusipoziba ufa tutajenga kuta. Tusake zetu tungali vijana. waumini kwa matrina, pasi kwa bima, kushoto fungu la 10, sadaka kulia. Ndio maana mbele ya kanisa mheshimiwa anakula sakramenti kabla ya raia. Siku za mwisho zimeshawadia na revelation inatuambia hii generation inachoma picha, ni generation yetu, so tujiangalie. Tuko pabaya leo kuliko jana, sikio la kufa halisikii dawa. Tuko kwa Twitter tunajibizana, tujiangalie. Tuko pabaya leo kuliko jana, tusipoziba ufa tutajenga kuta. Tusake zetu tungali vijana. Mishuki alisema tufungeni mikanda, ona leo twavuna tulichopanda. Kura zetu zilitugawanya, makabila na pesa pia tulimanga. So when you make your bed, usingizi gani tumelala? Tutajua tujui, Vision 2030 tabaki ni story. Tujiangalie, tuko pabaya leo kuliko jana, sikio la kufa halisikii dawa. Tuko kwa Twitter tunajibizana, tujiangalie. Tuko pabaya leo kuliko jana, tusipoziba ufa tutajenga kuta. Tusake zetu tungali vijana.
Dosi aliniambianga freedom never comes for free. We vote tribe ama real cash, ask Boni. Tuna Roma lia mwezi tajesu plus dogi. Wal mzima Twitter keotindo fast body. Ban pictures in Africa, black coffee and none. I'm richer than my neighbor but we're both in a slum. If the rich always win, why should the popular run? Unless democracy ni what you say my own little fun. Na hii weekend tuko church, tunauza sura kabisa. Post ya haga wenda poa sana na caption ya scripture. Kayo ndo gospel, pitisha bagi ya sadaka kwa club, yeah. Traffic madrag ubaendai, traffic mandai zina drag. But maya mwizi amemeki stories za shamba amegrab. Kono inahonga imevaa bracelet ya colors za flag, yeah.
Karibuni kwa mida ya 420, kurudishia mwili na kumedi. Hauna yako basi pigia pedi, juziki wa kazi na waka mpaka wikendi. Karibuni kwa mida ya 420, kurudishia mwili na kumedi. Kama hauna yako basi pigia pedi, juziki wa kazi na waka mpaka wikendi. Mama pitia baba, polisi pitia raia, pitishia wewe. Everybody realize pale umewakatia na wale wamechanganya na ngale wakapigia hapa ni mbele tunara. Karibuni kwa mida ya 420, kurudishia mwili asante na kumedi. Kama hauna yako basi pigia pedi, juziki wa kazi na waka mpaka wikendi. Karibuni kwa mida ya 420, kurudishia mwili asante na kumedi. Kama hauna yako basi pigia pedi, juziki wa kazi na waka mpaka wikendi. Nahisi niko kanisani, Kanyari pitishia nganga, chuzi na waka hadharani. Everybody legalize pale, so generation iko ndani, vibe imekubale. Hapa ni ngwelo tunara na wale wa maunga na matembe wakapigie nje. Hapa ni ngwelo tunara. Karibuni kwa midaya ya 420, Masaya kazi ya mwili asante na kumele. Kama hauna yako basi pigia pedi, muziki wa kazi na waka mpaka wikendi. Karibuni kwa midaya ya 420, you're bad, yeah, yeah. Every time you pull up, everybody goes crazy. Shida siyo mula, so nasema watu wapewe. Washa kitu moto hapa kwanza towe. Ai, funga very bad, menipeleka heaven, far and back. From the garden of Eden, the ingredients, mama ya kuvisha pending. So kila ngoma sasa wanaimba kama anthem. Soda.
Solid of course.
Masela wangu maskani wananiulizaga mifomi gani jiji, mtaani misionekani, hadi mtandao misipatikani jiji. Unanionea mimi kipofu sioni, bila wewe sioni. Unanionea mimi kipofu sioni, bila wewe sioni. Baby, niwe wako nataka ni wewe, nimeridhika na wewe. Baby, kuwa wangu milele, niwe wako milele. Lady, nachotaka ni wewe, nimeridhika na wewe. Juniwe, juniwe, juniwe nataka. Juniwe, juniwe, juniwe napenda. Juniwe, juniwe, juniwe nataka. Juniwe, juniwe, juniwe napenda. Seeing is believing and it's only you I see. I don't see no future if you never be my queen. I love your melanin if you know what I mean. I love your everything, girl, let me be your king. Katika katika if you feel the vibe, yeah. Katika katika if you feel the vibe, yeah. Katika katika if you feel the vibe, yeah. The vibe, yeah. The vibe, yeah. Katika katika if you feel the vibe, yeah, yeah. Unanionea mimi kipofu sioni, bila wewe sioni. Unanionea mimi kipofu sioni, bila wewe sioni. Baby, kuwa wangu milele, niwe wako milele. Lady, nachotaka ni wewe, nimeridhika na wewe. Baby, kuwa wangu milele, niwe wako milele. Lady, ninachotaka ni wewe, nimeridhika na wewe. Juniwe, juniwe, juniwe nataka. Juniwe, juniwe, juniwe napenda. Juniwe, juniwe, juniwe nataka. Juniwe, juniwe, juniwe napenda.
It's a badilisha mtaa music, a main switch production. Una nyumba nzuri, una bibi mzuri, mbona uko nje unaranda? Una toto zuri, una bwana mzuri, mbona uko nje unaranda? Kitu kizuri bwana wewe kamata, watatamanye fisi wewe ridhika. Kitu kizuri dada wewe kamata, watatamanye fisi wewe ridhika. Kila mtu anatamani pesa na mali ya kutesa. Naomba Mungu mimi nitosheke, nisizidiwe na mawazo. Kila mtu anatamani pesa na mali ya kutesa. Naomba Mungu mimi nitosheke, nisiwawe na mawazo. Kidogo, kidogo, tosheka nacho. Kidogo, kidogo, ridhika nayo. Kidogo, tosheka nacho. Kidogo, shukuru Mola nayo. Una mali ni ya nini? Ninaipata na siridhiki, nikikosa sina amani, yeah. Na afya ninayo nzuri, na
mazuri, maisha mazuri, sijui mbona siridhiki. Nikipata hiyo, ninataka ile. Nikipata ile, ninataka ile. Nikipata hiyo, ninataka ile. Nikipata ile, ninataka ile. Hiyo kidogo, hiyo kidogo, nacho. Hiyo kidogo, ridhika nayo. Hiyo kidogo, tosheka nacho. Hiyo kidogo, hiyo kidogo, shukuru Mola nayo. Nataka kuridhika Yesu, nisaidie wewe. Nataka kuridhika Baba, niridhishe wewe. Nataka kuridhika Yesu, nisaidie wewe. Nataka kuridhika Baba, niridhishe wewe.
Toshe, toshe, tosheka, moyo wangu tosheka. Toshe, toshe, tosheka, Baba niridhishe. Toshe, tosheka, moyo wangu tosheka. Toshe, tosheka, Baba niridhishe.
Nikipata hiyo, ninataka ile. Nikipata ile, ninataka ile. Nikipata hiyo, ninataka ile. Nikipata ile, ninataka ile.
Yo, Alex Benachi Nakaberere Sawa 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 Mimi mwanake Ayo, usinione nimechaka, unitilie dharau. Mimi binadamu, umesahau. Unaishi kwa dhamani, ninaishi kwa imani. Mbele zako mimi sina haki, mbele zake mimi mwenye hadhi. Fahamu kuwa Mola ndiye aliyeniumba mimi na wewe. Fahamu kuwa Mola ndiye aliyeniumba mimi na wewe. Mimi mwanake, usiku nitalala mbele zake Maulana, sote tuko sawa. Mimi mwanake, usiku nitalala mbele zake Maulana, sote tuko sawa.
Ulinipuuza mie, eti sifai kuwa na wewe. Uliniona mie, eti hatia kula na wewe. Sahani moja tulipotiliwa chakula, nyumba moja tulipofaa kuishi pamoja. Wema wake taji la upendo juu yangu, ndani yake vikubwa na uoga vyote upewa kimya.
Usiku nitalala
mbele zake Baba,
sote tuko
sawa.
Mimi mwanake,
usiku nitalala
mbele zake Maulana, sote tuko sawa. Ulinipuuza mie, sahani moja, nyumba moja. Mimi mwanake, usiku nitalala mbele zake Maulana, sote tuko sawa.
write you a song that you could sing along for the rest of our days together. I'm gonna write you a song that you could sing along for the rest of our days together. Would you anywhere, anywhere, anywhere? Would you anywhere, where? Would you anywhere, anywhere, anywhere? Would you anywhere, where? They say don't you rush it if you want it to last forever. For your love I'd wait till hell freezes over. And when it rains you can stay under my umbrella. We'll make it through the storm, it don't matter the weather. Baby, can't you see a future planned with me? Cause I do see one with you. So I'ma write this song to you. I'm gonna write you a song that you could sing along for the rest of our days together. I'm gonna write you a song that you could sing along for the rest of our days together. Would you anywhere, anywhere, anywhere? Would you anywhere, where? Would you anywhere, anywhere, anywhere? Would you anywhere?
This is the 5 a.m. Club.
See, I love you cause I want to, I'm not forced to. I'ma treat you like a real man is supposed to do. Eventually, I'll get down on one knee and ask you if you wanna spend your life with me. Mware no kumenya kwendete utuko na modenya. Somebody's daughter niye tunaota. My light in the darkness, baby, when in your time. I'm gonna write you a song that you could sing along for the rest of our days together. I'm gonna write you a song that you could sing along for the rest of our days together. Would you anywhere, anywhere, anywhere? Would you anywhere, where? Would you anywhere, anywhere, anywhere? Would you anywhere, where? Would you anywhere? Would you anywhere, 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 anywhere? Would you anywhere?
Oh, let me say it part.
Machozi yangu alidilute, shida zangu kubwa kazifanya minute. Hey, wanauliza mbona mimi na salute my youth, kilio changu alifinyanga mute. Hey, njia pana pana mimi nazikana bana. Yesu alisema tajipata jehanamu bana. Yema, hey, mwana wa kondoo, dhambi alilipa bila kutumia dohera. Bamba, tiki bam bam, nikibanjuka wanaona inani bamba. Hey, nitaimba ka Joshua, ukuta lazima zidunde, and that's for sure. Hero bam 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 bam. Yes, hero bam 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 bam. Mimi kikusema hawezi kino bam 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 bam. Yes, hero Mubana stop hawezi. Assalamu alaikum wateule mabondia, furahia tu Yesu amenipigania, ameniondolea hatia, siko kwa njia bandia. Ninala jina tabia za dunia, iwe haziwacha nikuja. Mimi kimusiki no ni tuna paraphernalia yote mimi angalia nakwambia sina haja kujivunia. Iwe nadili naongezeka, pongezi mwani pana pongezeka. Nitarudia ili mpate sikia, ninala jina tabia za dunia.
Maisha yalinichonga, ikabidi nimesaka, maana mateso yalikuwa mengi, mama leta peni, hakuna chakula nyumbani, maji paka mtoni. Oh, asante baba, asante baba.
Ya nimekuwa Zablin nikijipanga ndo mimi nisepe. Hakuna mali maandiko ati lazima niteseke. Nakumbuka tukikosa tukipigwa mateke, landia kitu chucha keja tukivukisha tarehe ya kukantisha rentiko. Juzing hakuwa na eni kwa benkiko. Nakumbuka ile time alikuanga ati amekafunga kijipendekeza kwake. These are strange people, cause after I lose job even ndo wali lost. Jua kuna ganji na keja kubwa ineza wa host. That's when I learned when you broke you don't matter the most. Jua tama relative manze wote wali to ghost. Shida ndo funza binadamu jinsi ya kujikaza. Kitu liko nimebaki ni siku rudi mushadha. It's hella painful mpaka leo nikiwaza. Jusi juu tungeko wapi bila maombi ya mother.
Maisha yalinichonga, ikabidi nimesaka, maana mateso yalikuwa mengi, mama leta peni, hakuna chakula nyumbani, maji paka mtoni. Asante baba, asante baba.
Yeah, hey, usema education is the key, but let's agree tunaweza agree ku disagree. Ayanga me thonda pata ki degree, then kama the high school kama nimescore ki D. But D plus inaweza kupeleka wapi? Na form kiasi kijipa uko lucky. But would you believe it if I told you that I was happy? Na si ati story ya chuo mimi nilikuanga staki, cause I dropped out for 3 years before ni join seko. Hakukuwa na doya fee ama mseo kuiseto. My decision to go back to school thereafter was a choice that I made, don't nifunge hiyo chapter. And I know my parents tried their best, cause a generational curse was laid to rest. Yes, sikufika uni but nilisafisha rada, na sijui ingekuwa vipi bila maombi ya mother.
Maisha yalinichonga, ikabidi nimesaka, maana mateso yalikuwa mengi, mama leta peni, hakuna chakula nyumbani, maji paka mtoni. Asante baba, asante baba.
Yeah, jana tulikuwa ilikuwa ni giza, kuna light tuko mwisho. Generational curses result tu ni kifo. Diabetes na blood pressure, hizi gonjwa zitakumada only kauna lack pesa. And this I'm saying juu ni kitu nime witness. My dad was a victim and he passed from the sickness. All alone we were trapped in the system, hoping that siku moja vitu zitakuwa different. I'm telling you all about vitu mi wasibongi, so that you understand reason you value maombi. Kuna time unaweza kwama na vitu wazisongi, but keep strong, real winners huwa hawakondi. I contemplated suicide, nilichoka na maisha. Eventually I pulled through na nikashinda vita. Na hivyo ndivyo nafunga ibada, napa mali nimefika njuu ya maombi ya mother. God bless.
Maisha yalinichonga, ikabidi nimesaka, maana mateso yalikuwa mengi, mama leta peni, hakuna chakula nyumbani, maji paka mtoni. Asante baba, asante baba. Asante baba,
You are tuned into the 5 a.m. club. Our 5 a.m. thought for today is, if you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. The big idea here is what we look at is not nearly as important as how we look at it. What I'm saying is our perception of the world is what creates our life experience. And here's how this applies to us and self-improvement. Don't judge a book by its cover. If you want to see the negative in things, only the negative will be presented to you and vice versa. So let's put this into action. If you are feeling negative towards a person, a situation, I want you to take a moment to reflect if that negativity is real. Yani, just ask yourself, is it real or is it not real? Try to see something that is positive about that person and that situation. Eventually, you will start looking at people and situations differently, as if they are completely new and have no resemblance to hold. Oh, and one more thing. If you're a person who is determined to make a change, who is committed to really make this work for you, I want you to take a couple of minutes to just be able to write down the things that you want to change. If you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. And this is our thought for today. Behind every human being is a story, a rich personal history that is filled with the tales of our experiences in life, both good and bad. And what I'm going to say is, such experiences and their memories create our perception, our unique view of this world around us. For example, if a dog bit you at a young age, you may have a slight fear when it comes to dogs. Similarly, if you had a happy and loving pet growing up, you will likely project some of that positive feeling about animals into your present reality. Yeah, and I want us to be able to think about this. These are our 5 a.m. thoughts, brought to you by your girl Sonia, making sure that we kickstart this week on a right note. You are tuned into Radio 254, the home of Kenyan music and content.
Yet another show, another bullet cutting through our soul. What did we do to go through this pain? Sorrow cutting through our throats. Mothers crying for their sons. We're not showing you these hands, but we're praying for better days. Yes, we're praying for better days. We are children of the light. Why do we let darkness contaminate our lives? Children of the light, what should we do to make this better for you and me? Children of the light, what do we let darkness contaminate our lives? Children of the light, what should we do? safari ya maili thao ina uchungu na wovu, uncertainty of what tomorrow may put on a may still. But if we stick together, baby, we make the Lord light up. Yeah, we make the Lord light up for you and me. 'Cause we are children of the light. What did we let darkness contaminate our lives? Children of the light, what should we do to make this better for you and me? Children of the light, what did we let darkness contaminate our lives? Children of the light, what should we do? Contaminate our lives, children of the light. What should we do?
Somebody new. I'm in love with somebody new. I'm in love with somebody new. I'm in love, I'm in love. Love will break your heart. Love will make you down. Love will make you go crazy. But mini cheesy wa mapenzi. Love will make you cry. Premium tears. Kwa mapenzi kuna kesi na madrama za kishenzi. But I'll never give up on love. I'm going back to the start. I'll find my healing in heaven if I never find the one. Natumia chuma kama moyo, tena najipenda kwa uchoyo. Once you're gone, you're gone. Nikuoga haraka na kurudi sokona. Somebody, I'm in love. I'm in love with somebody new. Somebody. I'm in love. I'm in love with somebody new. I've been through talking stages for fucking ages, hoping that something changes. Mapenzi biashara, usifall sana. Cover hits what's in the pages. Bitches want love with a payday. Niggas give loving to many. None of us wants to say yeah. But true love got no lows. Can't keep it on the low. Can't mess up with the flow. Where you go, I go. Mapenzi bila dough with the ball. What you own, you own. Once it's gone, it's gone. Don't look for love, 'cause love will find you. Somebody. I'm in love. I'm in love with somebody new. Somebody. I'm in love. I'm in love with somebody new.
disturbance. Leo ni lazima nile nyama, kisha nimalizie na shada. Nimeshajinyimanga sana, safe sana for Susana. You know forever I got my mama. Sitaki madeni ya madrama, natuma za mama na pesa za chama. Akiana ni maisha ya city, tunaishingi 50-50. Utakaribishwa na mwizi ama wajanja na mafisi. Wasichana wa pretty wananipa mwenye kiti, wanaonanga niko fiti, hawezi nieka chini. Viva la vida, la vida, la vida. Alhamdulillah nimeiva, nimepiga luku nimeshiba, dua langu leo limefika. Amina, amina. Alhamdulillah nimeiva, nimekula fiti nimeshiba, dua langu leo limefika. Amina, amina. Amina, amina. Nishandeka koset, nishalipa na rent, leo nimeshinda bet. Sasa wapi weekend, kamsupa kakowet, kanataka nikapet, nikavalishe pete, kisha pewe mashete. Vaa nekwangwete, unawasha moto sasa wacha nipepete, nipepeshe, niichezeshe. Maisha raha washa kitu vitu chekeshe. Nani maisha ya city, tunaishingi 50-50. Takaribishwa na mwizi ama wajanja na mafisi. Wakubwa wa maofisi wananita mwenye kiti, wanaonanga niko fiti, hawezi nieka chini. Viva la vida, la vida, la vida. Alhamdulillah nimeiva, nimekula fiti nimeshiba, dua langu leo limefika. Amina, amina. Alhamdulillah nimeiva, nimepiga luku nimeshiba, dua langu leo limefika. Amina, amina. Amina, amina. Amina, amina. Amina, amina.
I'm a little broken, I'm a little flawed. I'm not out in the open, yeah. Being me has been so hard, emotionally tortured, stitching up this broken heart, mentally exhausted, yeah. Don't know how I got this far, and it's getting to me, and I'm trying to make it leave. Fikra zangu zimenikwamia. Would you help me believe that it's not bigger than me? Shida zangu je utazisikia? Mwale menyera, into my thoughts, tell me it'll be okay now. Be the one to heal my pain, be the place that I can name my safe space, my safe space. Trying not to fall off the edge, I'm trying not to hear what they said. I'm trying so hard to be the man they've structured me to be, but I don't think that's me. Still it's getting to me, and I'm trying to make it leave. Fikra zangu zime it's not bigger than me. Shida zangu je utazisikia? Mware menyera, even through my darkest days, tell me it'll be okay. Now be the one to heal my pain, be the place that I can name. Mware menyera, even through my darkest days, tell me it'll be okay. Now be the one to heal my pain, be the place that I can name my safe space, my safe space. My safe space.
Wonfala mganiane kama mngari kwa list juu ya Ferrari, yeah. Ana degree au ni journalist tu journalist. Nasikia wakiuliza ule boy wetu alienda wapi, amepotea kazi ile mbegu watu walipanda na kanyari, yeah. Na nasikia inasemekana hati rap zangu kamna mkazo na ile utamia rege mama. Maudinari wananikubali na hata hati hawezekana. Wale upenda sauti yangu na iko wale usengenyana mama. Kijana wako amepotea, ni masikio tu yeye anatoboa huku ndugu zake wakiendelea. Mwenyezi pekee anaweza muokoa, kimaisha amelegea, ingawa hatuoni akitoboa, bado twazidi kumwombea. Amina. Sonangi hata ya ofisi, sina njana jua mpishi. Sijaifanya kazi ya ofisi, sijailala kasi, sijadishi, sijarap kitu katoka 6 hivi. Trust me, siezi rasmi, miata niache mziki miaka 50. Nikirudi bado na crash nyenye niko fast me. Ndani ya party na nguo rasmi, tumepigwa pasi hapa katikati. Napiga mic check tu niko party, na niko night shift, niko busy sikuwa najificha. Clearly you rappers missed your teacher, vitu mnaandika zinachoma picha. Nkiwisingi acha kuwafundisha, sauti nasikiani. Don't waste your time wishing you're too proud, my baby. Too proud to wish they had an easy way out. Let times get tough so they remember you're a blessing. When life is good, they won't forget to say, ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah. Hey, yeah. Naulizwa mbona niliacha mziki, ati nilikuwa mkali juu ya mic na namisiwa na mashabiki. Niliacha game mapema hata kabla refa hajapiga firimbi. Bila kwa heri ati walistukia tu kuna klepto moja imbi. Samahani, nimepotea, shukrani kwa wale wamenifikiria. Hizo miaka zote nimekuwa missing, lakini kwa kitu hamjaniambia. Kani ningebaki bado ngekuwa na taki ya kusikia nikiwaimbia. Ama baisa ingekuwa mnanifanya vile mnafanya mapioneer. Story kwa media ati nimetapa, niko juu ya madawa na hangaika. Shoni mali mbadade, buka mukate nrezie mnaita. It's not that serious, rap ni hobby. Bila mziki bado na manga, ingekuwa career singekuwa nalia kusikia tinaija night Nairobi. Ambia ni ukama, sijifeel sana. We ni mgeni, sikia kwanza, tunakupenda. Ukikakata choka na wewe, hivyo ndo kuenda. Mimi ule mgeni alikaa siku 2 tu, sikukaa siku mingi nikuache nafasi ya kuchoka na mimi. So now you know Shinsky. So now you know beat ya Kega. So now you know.
Malkia, 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 kukuwa this fine inakuwa unfair, and you already know, yeah, you already know. Malkia, 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 nimekutuma text mingi kama 100, hivi ndio umeni show, yani umeni ghost. Mimi mi yule mu sexy, nini yule mu deadly, upenda kwa na pedi wa mama na walevi. Mi yule mu sexy, hauwezi niseti, ay. Na kauna GT, kauko na main character energy. Ukighostiwa, ghostika. Tough time never last, only tough people, yeah. Na ukiblokiwa, blokika. You're a 10 out of 10 time yako inafika. Ghostika. I don't know, no, you're wasting time. I am your wasting time. I don't know, no, you're wasting. Ghostika. Bro, shika story. Kumbuka yule dem nilimnogi. Sio njogi. Yule tulipata na gatoi. Uyo shori. So jana nilipata na mbogi. Tuka link na mayengs, mimi nikaingia dance, nikempata na Pascal Tokodi. Ngoja mengine, tulia kwanza nikuambie. Masaa nilikat time alitoa clutch, ati anashika simu za Otile. Huyu dem atanirarua, kila siku nasikia ruma. Hata hajui jina yangu Buda, anashinda akiniita Nick Mutuma. Ukighostiwa, ghostika. Tough time never last, only tough people, yeah. Na ukiblokiwa, blokika. You're a 10 out of 10 time yako inafika. Ukighostiwa, ghostika. Tough time never last, only tough people, yeah. Na ukiblokiwa, blokika. You're a 10 out of 10 time yako inafika. So ghostika.
Ati ukighostiwa ugostike. That is Kagwe Mungai playing right here in the 5 a.m. club, and I am so excited. I am so thrilled. I cannot wait to learn more about Fingo. Today I have a guest, and she is representing Fingo, which is a digital bank built for young Africans by young Africans, and it was founded in 2021. It is incredible just to see a young team come up and be in the fintech industry. I have Judith Bogonko. I hope I've said it right. I have Judith, who is representing Fingo, and I want us to be able to just talk about this and be able to learn about this new digital bank, which is a neobank. So guys, like you listening in, I am also going to be learning a lot on today's episode, and I'm super excited. How are you doing, Judith?
I am good. I'm so excited to be here. I am loving the show, loving the music.
Yes.
So happy to be here. Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much for coming. Now, Fingo is a digital bank built for young Africans by young Africans. I want us to just talk a bit about the team, and then we can talk about the bank itself. So you have Kiru Muhoya, who is the co-founder and the CEO. Then you have James Da Costa, who is a co-founder. And then you have Gitari Tirima, who is a co-founder as well. And then you have Ian Juguna. Then you have Paul Mass and Judith Bogonko. I want to know, how did you guys all meet and come up and just be in Fingo?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for that question. So the 4 co-founders, let me start with the 4 co-founders. So Kiru Muhoya is the CEO and co-founder, and he was studying in the UK.
Okay.
Right? And he came back to Kenya, and he was so frustrated with the Kenyan banking industry. He was trying to open an account, and it took him 3 weeks.
3 weeks?
Of back and forth, right? Like bring this form, bring this document. We need the original, all that and more. And so he was really frustrated. And he had grown up with Ian. Right, so they were in the same primary school together, and so he knew that Ian and Gitari used to build solutions from when they were in high school. So these are people who've always wanted to do business, entrepreneurs. They've built marketing solutions, they've built apps, just different apps that do different things. And he's like, these guys are solid because they've been building these things. They're tried, they're tested, you know, and they keep doing different things, and so they have experience in Kenya and building solutions for Kenyans, right?
Yeah.
And so he reached out to them and he told them, hey guys, I'm really frustrated with this experience. I think that the main frustration is because I'm a young person. I feel like financial services are not taking care of young people. And so I want to build a bank, right?
Yeah.
It's like, let's build a bank for ourselves. And so they agreed, right? They were sold on the vision. They were like, sounds good. We understand the frustration.
Yeah.
And so they were like, yeah, let's come together and build a bank. So the 3 of them started, you know, and they're working on this. And then Kiru was with James in University of Warwick. So James is both Kenyan, Indian, British, like a very good mix. Right? But we claim him, he's Kenyan.
Yeah.
And so they were studying together, and James at the time was working at McKinsey. And so these young people who are trying to build a bank and disrupt banking in Kenya are like, yeah, we need a bit of financial banking. We need a bit of that expertise, right? Because as consultants, then you've worked with different companies and you have good expertise. And so then James at the beginning was funding and providing operational expertise. And then he was just convinced like, hey man, instead of doing this remotely, just come to Kenya, you know, and work with us. And so that's how the 4 of them started working together. So Ian takes care of tech. He builds the app together with a team of developers, the back end, just making sure it's stable, making sure it's doing what it's supposed to do. When your money checks in, it shows up, right? Because this is very sensitive.
Yeah.
And then Gitari builds product, right? So he's the one who is thinking about the product, how will the product work, what should be done, what should come in, how should it flow, what is easiest, what is beautiful, all that is Gitari.
Yeah.
And then Kiru is the CEO, obviously, making sure the company is running, making sure any connections are there, making sure any funding that is needed is there.
Yeah.
You know, getting us the partnerships that we need, all that. And then now James operations, making sure all the other things are running. So that was in 2021.
Yes.
End of 2021, Paul and myself check in, meet them. We're introduced to them by advisors, right? Both of us.
Yeah.
And so Paul has a product background and he's worked with some of the biggest companies in Kenya. So he's not even Kenyan, but, you know, he's worked with some big companies. He's lived in Kenya, he's lived in Uganda, and he's done his work. And so he understands building products that then suit Africans.
Yeah.
And so he came on board to help with the product element, the flow, the UI, you know, the interface, how it is. And then I came in for customer experience and marketing. And so making sure the customers are happy once they're on board, making sure the customers know about us, the brand is out there, and it's, you know, people understand it and are comfortable with it, especially because we're dealing with money.
Yeah.
So that's the gist of the team.
Of the
and how we
team.
work together.
That's incredible. Now, before we get into the app, what's the difference between a neobank and an online bank?
Okay, so it's more or less the same thing, just that normal traditional banks with physical presence can also be online.
Okay,
right? So they can have online presence. But a neobank is purely online. It does not exist in the traditional banking sense of it. So if you look around, there will be no Fingo branch, right?
Yeah.
And because a lot of people are used to that, where's your branch? Where's your branch? Where's your
where's your
branch,
physical
right?
branch?
Right?
Yeah.
And so for us, we're purely online, and we try and make sure that the experience is so good that you do not feel the need to actually go to a branch.
Mhm.
Like everything that you want should be able to be done on your phone. If it's service, if it's queries, if it's follow-ups, you should be able to get assistance on your phone. And especially because of the people we're targeting,
Mhm.
we're like, we get it. Your life is busy. You have things to do.
Yeah.
You don't need to spend time coming, queuing, following up on things.
Mhm.
Just on your phone, because you already have your phone 24/7.
True.
Get your services there, get your finances there. So that's the difference. We're purely online. There's no physical presence.
Purely online. Now, the app promises cheaper transactional rates, including sending money to your fellow Fingo users for free.
Correct.
You can also send to users of M-Pesa, and you can be able to pay your bills.
Correct.
And you can use your till. So what is the difference between me using M-Pesa and using the Fingo app when transacting, when sending money, when paying for bills? Yeah.
And I love that question because it comes up
All the time, yeah.
Especially, in Kenya, people are so used to M-Pesa.
They are.
And they're like, I mean, this is what I do. This is, like, just if you don't have M-Pesa, guys, they're like, are you okay?
Yeah.
And so then the difference between M-Pesa and Fingo is, one, M-Pesa is a wallet, right? It's not a bank account. It's a wallet where you use your money. I mean, you most often than not, the use case is you receive your money wherever you receive it. You move it to M-Pesa to transact easily, right? For that convenience of transacting easily.
Yeah.
It's really expensive.
True.
Unless you're sending 100 shillings, I keep hearing people just complaining about the fees.
Yes.
The best time Kenyans had was after COVID when fees were scrapped, right?
Yeah.
Or significantly
reduced, yeah.
And people were so happy, and the usage actually went higher, right?
Yeah.
But then everything has gone back to whatever it was before, and the fees that were there before. And so, first of all, it's not an account. And so if you're going and someone asks you for a bank account, you can't give out your M-Pesa number, right?
Yeah.
Because it's not an account. And most people still pay to the normal accounts, especially if it's a job or a contract or, the deals that you're doing. Most often than not, people prefer sending money to a bank account. Fingo is a bank account. It's a fully fledged bank account, right? The same way you go to any bank and open an account, and you have an account number and you have a branch, only that now we don't have branches, and then you have the name tied to that account, which is your government given name. And so we are a fully fledged bank account. That's the first thing, right? The second thing is that you then send for free, which is the best thing,
Yeah.
right? Like, I mean, even without talking about anything else, if you're on Fingo and your friends are on Fingo, or your family is on Fingo, or any solutions that you use are on Fingo, then you use it for free.
For free.
You're not charged at
all,
right? For
okay.
sending money to other Fingo users. But then if you must send, I mean, maybe if you have someone who's not yet on Fingo and you have to send them money, then the rates are highly subsidized, right?
Okay.
And so we try and make sure that, especially for young people, your money goes longer. Yeah? So if maybe there's something you could have paid 87 shillings, let's say on M-Pesa, you end up paying maybe 57 shillings on Fingo. So you've saved yourself 30 shillings.
Yeah.
Over time, that is significant. The
It
power
is.
of compounding, right? So 1 shilling today, and you keep adding another shilling and saving another shilling, it ends up being significantly higher than using it and being like, oh, it's just fees. That money actually ends up going a long way.
Yeah.
And then now the other thing is, yes, now from Fingo, you actually don't need to move your money to any other platform. From Fingo, you can pay to a pay bill, you can pay to a till number, you can pay to other bank accounts, you can pay to other Fingo users, you can pay to M-Pesa, like wherever you need to send money to.
I can be able to do the same
without
transactions without moving it
without moving it out
at
of
subsidized
Fingo. At
rates.
subsidized rates. And I forgot, the best part is we reward you for using it.
Yes.
So every time you use Fingo, you earn points, or what we call Fingo coins. And these Fingo coins then accumulate, and you're able to redeem them for different things. So there's a wheel thing, you'll see it on the app once you download, or anyone who's listening once they download. There's a wheel you get to spin. And with your coins, you can either earn more coins or earn money, or be able to redeem like for different things at discounted rates, right?
Yeah.
And so we're going to add and enhance the things that someone can redeem. But for now, you're able to, every single time you use Fingo, beyond it being cheaper or free, you actually then get rewarded for using it.
Incredible. I wanted to ask this before. The name Fingo. What does it stand for?
Finance on the go.
Finance on the go.
Yeah,
Incredible.
Like, you don't get disrupted. Just keep going. Just keep going. You're good.
That is incredible. Okay.
Yeah, it's so simple.
That is I love the name.
I know.
Yeah. So I want to be able to now talk about your partnership with EcoBank. And this is the largest footprint bank in Africa, providing Fingo market access to 33 plus. So I want to be able to talk about how this partnership happened and why EcoBank.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. So EcoBank, yes, is they have the largest footprint, over 35 countries.
Yeah.
And so what happened is they have a program that they run, which is a fintech program, which then they have different fintechs applying and then going through some competition of sorts, and then they pick the best to then work with them, and they support them, and they just help them, in terms of penetrating, in terms of getting access to market, in terms of getting access to customers, just depending on what their solution is. And so when, again, the co-founders were like, let's disrupt banking, let's do this, let's do the other, one of the things we discovered is you cannot get a license currently, a banking license. And so in terms of, and I mean, money is sensitive
it
at
is.
the end of the day, right?
Yeah.
And so we were like, okay, we need to partner with a bank that will understand us, that will understand the speed with which a fintech needs to work, that will understand even the vision, which is just, bringing finance closer to young people, making it more accessible, making it like basically adapted to them instead of forcing them to adapt to the finance that is there. And so the founder now, Kero, was introduced to someone now who knew, I mean, it's a long connection, but knew someone in EcoBank. Right? And they told him about the FinTech Challenge, and they told him about the different things that they have done. And they were like, you know what, actually, you guys can come and participate, and just, come in and partner with us. And because they were so sold on the vision already, we didn't even now do the normal challenge. We just met with them, talked about the solution, talked about how we would want it to work, how we were envisioning. Tech guys come in there, talk about how then we can work with their core system such that when someone opens an account, when you download Fingo and open the account, it's actually an EcoBank account number that you get. It's an EcoBank, like everything sits on EcoBank. Right? And so your money is there. Your money is safe in EcoBank. Just that, what you're seeing and interacting with is Fingo. Right? So you're doing all these things. You're depositing, you're transacting. You don't even need to know what is happening.
What is happening in the back. Yeah.
But at the end of the day, your money is actually sitting with EcoBank. And so we started building the solution together. We started partnering, testing, trying the stability. And then in 2022, we actually did a pilot with slightly over 1,000 people. And during that time, now you're observing, how is it working? What is breaking? What is happening? How fast do we solve whenever there's an issue? And just trying to make sure that it got very stable. And then after that, now we engage the regulator, because this is a partnership that has not, again, new bank, right?
Yes.
So it's not happened in Kenya, where we are like, we're telling the CBK, by the way, this thing is purely online. They're opening accounts online. They do not need to be seen for their accounts to be open. They just need their government ID, which you have given, and we will check that it's the original ID. We will check sanctions lists to make sure that the person opening the account is not listed anywhere as a person of interest, especially because of money laundering stories. And so we made all these applications. We had several meetings, I mean, mostly led by the bank with the regulator, and a lot of back and forth, because they needed to be comfortable.
Yeah, how was that with CBK? I can imagine, like, it must have taken some time,
It did a year.
Yeah,
of just, we share, this is the use case and this is how we're going to do this, and they're like, how is the customer protected? Because they're very big on that. How is the customer protected? How is the customer's money safe? How are we making sure that the customer data, because data right now is such a big deal. You call people and they're like, how did you get my number? Who are you? Where did you get this? Why are you even getting in touch with me? And so they wanted to make sure data protection was there. Where is the data sitting? How is it protected? How are we making sure, guys who do like cyber crime and what have you are not able to access? How are we making sure the money is sitting in EcoBank? How are we making sure the money is safe? How are we making sure that just because you're digital, like the customer is still able to get assistance? How is the assistance given? how comfortable are we that the customers are happy? If the customers can't find you, what happens?
What happens?
Right?
Yeah.
If you guys are offline for any reason,
What happens?
What are the products you're going to offer?
Yeah.
What are you envisioning? What are the things that you want to do?
Mhm.
And so we had to answer all those questions, show proof, do the tests, and then now with 1,000 people that we had, show them that, hey, this is how it worked. These are the times we had downtimes. This is what we did when we had downtimes. These are the notifications that we give. This is how we handle any chances of, fraud or crime or anything like that.
Yeah.
This is how we mitigate against money laundering, all that and more.
Yeah.
And so they ask other questions, we answer. They ask other questions, we answer.
It was back and forth.
Quite a bit of back and forth until
Yeah.
eventually they were like, okay, this seems disruptive enough. This seems good. You guys seem to have covered your bases. You can proceed. And that happened in February. Since the previous year,
Yeah.
February,
Mhm.
to this year, February, is when we were given the go-ahead.
Incredible.
Yeah.
So for me, who is very big on safety as well, how am I guaranteed that my money is safe? And in case of downtime, what happens if I want to access my money and I'm not able to? So what happens for me, and just making sure that, okay, my money is safe and there's no problem with me coming in here and actually just banking with Fingo.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in terms of making sure that your money is safe, so first of all, the way, even when you have a normal banking app or even with your M-Pesa, you keep being told, do not share your PIN.
Yes.
Because with your PIN, you guys can access so many things and do so many things, right?
Yeah.
And so first, that education around just safety and re-emphasizing. I mean, you've probably heard it from so many institutions, but just re-emphasizing, please do not share your PIN.
Yeah.
Or set up biometrics if your phone allows, right? Because then that's a bit safer and it's a bit unique. And Fingo allows you to do fingerprint, Face ID, anything you want in terms of reinforcing your security. on the app.
Yeah.
Then we don't even allow you to have the app on two phones. So someone can't set up the app as you on another
phone.
It will disconnect the previous one. Or actually, like, we'd have to first confirm from the previous one that, hey, by the way, there's another phone that is trying to log in on this. And so there's all these checks that are put in place to make sure of that. And then in terms of your money being secure, like I said earlier, your money actually sits with the bank.
With the bank.
Right? So it's not on some Fingo account somewhere.
Okay.
Right? It's with the bank. And these checks, the money being withdrawn has to be someone actually doing a withdrawal process, someone actually doing a deposit process that you don't also find people just depositing in your account, which wouldn't be too bad. But anyway.
Yeah, it wouldn't. Like, bring the money in. Don't take it out.
Money, 100K out.
Yeah.
Quickly you withdraw before they realize. And so that's the first thing. And then now what we have tried to do is also just make sure that, we are informing you anytime there's a transaction. That way, if you're not the one, for any reason, if you're not the one who has done that transaction, then we make sure that you know very quickly. And if you're like, yo, that was not me, freeze or pause it or something like that. That can be done like in seconds.
Okay.
Like, you can freeze it in seconds, check, figure out what happened, then be able then to sort you out. And in terms of downtimes, you remember the pilot period that I talked about? So
Yes.
we started with 1,000 people. We observed, we were like, yes, there's downtimes, the times when the app is offline because the bank is offline, right?
Yeah.
And so we checked on all these things and we started working on different ways to make sure that the customer is not inconvenienced. And so even when before we went live, because we went live about 3 weeks ago, before we went live, we had to do a bit of migration, a bit of improvements. Anyone who was on the app before that was actually, and we warned them in advance, but they were offline for about 2 days.
Okay.
Where we were like, we just need to make sure that wherever we're moving you to and everything we're doing, by the time we're bringing in thousands and hundreds of thousands, it doesn't affect the system.
Yeah.
And so during that time, then we made sure we really reinforced a lot of things. But these are systems at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And downtimes can happen.
They can happen, yeah.
And so what we try to do is immediately we find out, we first notify the customers, hey, by the way, the app is down. We're checking on their issues. We will let you know as soon as it's back up. Meanwhile, in the back, we are just like checking
Working.
everything. We're like, bank, what is going on?
Yeah.
And so the few that we have experienced have not lasted more than an hour. And
Okay.
then we end up informing you as soon as it's back up.
That's incredible. So you have been live now for 3 weeks. How has that been? How has it been to be live? Are people downloading? What's the reception like?
Oh, the reception has been beautiful.
Mhm.
So first of all, even before going live, we had thousands of people who were referring each other. So of the 1,000 that we let in, we had people now, like for instance, I want you on Fingo, right?
Yeah.
Because then if I need to send you money, then it is free. Right? We're in university, maybe we've eaten together, you've paid for me, I'm like, I'll sort you out. Then I can be able to just do all those things for free. And so what people were doing were telling each other, right? And so you find more and more and more people on our wait list. And we had over 60,000 people on our wait list.
Wow.
Just waiting. And they're like, please let us in. And the few who were in loved the experience, like the conversation we had with you earlier. They loved how it looked. They loved how they were able to use it. So they're informing their friends, how are you guys not on Fingo, right? And so people would come back to us like, please let me in. Please give me a code. Please do the other, right? And so then we kept telling them, we are coming. Honestly, just give us a few days.
Yeah.
And finally, when we went live, then we had people downloading and we had people using, and now people started sharing with their referral codes. So if you're on the app, you have a referral code to invite your friends or your family members.
Yeah.
And so with their codes, once you share, you can get even up to 10 people coming in on your code. And so we started seeing people using that. And so we decided, the rewards that we're doing will even give you points as you refer people. So you're referring, yes, it's because you're excited about the solution and it's worked for you, but also in the process, we recognize that you are referring people and we're giving you coins to be able to then use them later. And so now that's one of the things that is happening where we're like, refer your friends, refer your family members, come all of you be on the Fingo ecosystem, and then you'll be able to earn coins. But beyond earning coins, then you're there with your friends. And if you check the app, there's I know we're coming to the app, but there's all these friendly conversations.
I saw there's like a place where you can chat with your friends, and I was like, this is so dope.
So I can send you money and be like, Pewa, kula samosa. And you can send as little as 10 shillings or 30 bob or 40 bob, and then you accompany it with a GIF. You can put videos, not videos, I mean different pictures and all the GIFs themselves. And so then we've made it fun. Like beyond, here's the money that I owed you. You can send messages, you can diss people, like whatever you want, and you're able to do that together.
That's incredible. So you can send as little as 10 shillings. And what's the most that you can be able to?
So right now, the app is limited to 300,000.
300,000. Okay.
Yeah, it's limited to 300,000. So that is the most.
All right. So the youth need access to additional services such like savings, insurance, and credit. So are you also going to be able to integrate these into the Fingo app?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we have just gone live, right? And we've gone live with an account, so the bank account itself, and savings. Right, so when you're on the app itself, you have money in the normal app itself, and when you log in, you're able to see your balance, you're able to see a nice greeting from us, all that and more. And then if you want to save, you can then create a savings goal. So for instance, you want to buy a new wig, or you want to buy shoes that you've seen that are a bit above budget, you know. And so you can create goals as many as you want for the specific things that you want. You're going on a holiday in Diani and you're like, hey, let me save, let's say 50K, right, for that duration. And so what we've enabled you to do is set the goal. So you name it, you're like, hey, Diani, goal 50,000 shillings. And then what we prompt you to do is set recurring transfers to that, right?
Okay.
Such that then without you even thinking about it, you can set a daily transfer from your account to your goal. Or you get money every week, maybe every Sunday. Could be allowance, could be a gig that you're doing, which you get money on the side. And so what we enable you to do is, without thinking or without having the struggle of moving the money yourself, you can set a recurring transfer, and we will help you. If you say, I want to go by August, we will tell you this is how much you need to put in per month or per week or per day to be able to meet your goal by that time. And you can say set that, right?
Yeah.
And so we'll give you reminders. We'll make sure that the money is transferred as you have set it. If it's not there, it's fine. We'll get you a notification telling you whether it's transferred, did not go through. And so that savings element is already there. Those are the ones that are live, right? And I know most of your listeners have probably been exposed to the agile way of doing things, where you start with what is, what is ready, what is available, what is quick, and then you go adding other things. So those two are already ready.
All
We are
right.
working on cards. Right? So cards, which are now the debit cards. You remember the offline conversation we were talking about?
Yeah.
We will have prepaid cards, which then even if the app is offline, if you go somewhere where you can swipe,
You can still swipe.
or you can withdraw from different ATMs. So you're covered. If
Okay.
you absolutely need money at that point, then you will be fine. And they're really cool. Visit the Fingo page. You'll see
Yes.
some of the designs we've done for the cards. There's like a yellow, a nice bright Africanized yellow color. Just very, very cool features that are there just to make you look
Yeah,
also.
cool. Yeah.
And then we have savings with interest coming up. Right?
Yeah, that was my next
I
question,
know,
because I want to
that
save and
always
make
comes up.
money.
That always comes up.
Yeah.
Because you want your money working for you.
Exactly.
So your money is already working for you with the coins that we keep giving you, right? Anytime you use, the money is working for you. That's the first side of it. The second side is when you put money in your savings and you pick the savings with interest option, we invest that cash for you, in liaison with the bank, obviously, in, safe. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Your money will be taken care of. And so we make sure that there's investments, and then you give in now returns. And the returns, now you're able to track, this is how much interest I have made. And again, the compounding element, the longer it is, the more
money
makes.
you
And
make.
if you're earning interest monthly and it's being reinvested, then even more keeps coming out, right? So if you don't need to withdraw, or you're not in need of that cash, you just put it aside. And then we are working on enabling you to be able to withdraw within a day. So if you make your request, let's say, if you know you need money tomorrow, make the withdrawal today. And you should be able to have it by same day. And so that's what we are working at. And you can even have the option to lock it such that it can earn even more interest. If you're saying 3 months and I'm locking it and I know this money is going to pay for 1, 2, 3, then that is also enabled. Insurance is also a conversation that we've already started. We have some partners that we are already looking to build that solution together. And so my background is actually insurance.
Oh, yeah?
And so we're looking at what makes sense, what would young people actually want. And how we build our solutions is talking to users and being like, okay, what do you want? And then we find the partners that would be perfect or would be able to give the kind of experience that we're looking for and what have you. And so we partner with them, and tech is perfect because then you can partner with anyone else who has tech and be able to provide those different solutions. So insurance is coming in. I know the one which most people end up asking for is the student PA insurance for when they're going for internships. That's one of the ones we've already looked at. People keep asking for insurance for their gadgets because the phones.
You're
that
buying
people
a
are
phone
owning,
for,
it as well.
Exactly.
And so just different conversations around what else they would want to see in that space. And then credit. So credit, we have so many credit apps in Kenya, right? And so this is one thing. The weirdest thing is one of the highest queries that we get is when I get a loan. Right? And it's good and bad, right? Because as young people, by the time you're asking for loans, what are you asking for loans for? Are you being responsible about money? Are you getting yourself in debt that will end up crippling you in future? Are you thinking about, what the impact of this is? Or do you want quick money for the bash on Saturday or for the concert next month, right? And so one of the things we want to do first is educate, create the literacy, create just like financial awareness, which is why our priority is savings and savings with interest. Get that culture first. By the time you're in there, you might not even need a loan because your savings are able to take care of whatever you want. But I'm pro loans because sometimes I know when you have dreams and the things that you're trying to achieve, you need to be able to access credit to help you, right?
Sure.
And so then we want credit that is, what's the word? It's like almost responsible credit, right? Like don't take credit for the sake of it. So we want to educate, we want to work with you, we want to help you have that right behavior and the right focus where you're thinking savings and investments first. We reinforce that. So that by the time we actually provide credit on the app, so it's purposely not there. So every time we start providing it, it's to people who get it, so as to even reduce the default rates, reduce the people who are taking credit for things that you do not need
Need.
to take for.
Yeah.
Such that then we help you build your financial awareness, we help you build even your investments and everything.
Yeah.
And so at the end of the day, we've worked together, and you can say, hey, Fingo actually ended up helping me.
Yeah. Because a lot of youth now do not have any financial literacy. I feel like there's a miss. And for you to come and actually tell me that, yes, you want to educate us on how to make money, how to save, how to invest, where to invest. I feel like those are the steps we need to be taking, because with traditional banking, you're just told, you actually asked, or you ask your parents, so what bank should I use? And you just go with the one that they use, you know, without knowing anything. So I feel like if you are able to educate the youth, then that will definitely be able to help. Now let's, let us talk about the app. The fun part. So it's incredible. I downloaded it today morning and I was like, oh my God, it's so dope. The interface, how it looks. It's very easy as well to be able to register and sign up. So I want to know who built the app, first of all, and who came up with the features. And then let's talk about the features that the app has.
Okay. Remember Gitari and Ian?
From
the beginning of the conversation.
Yeah.
So honestly, at the beginning, it was just the two of them and maybe two other developers. Like they were just like, we need an app, right? And then they started building it, and they came up with this thing that guys could actually download and start using, and they got their friends first, right? I mean, always test with your friends first.
Yeah.
So the friends were downloading and they're giving feedback, because now you want feedback from users, right? So as you're creating, you can just go down a rabbit hole and be like, let me add this, let me do this, and let me do the other. But now when you bring users in, they're able to tell you, I'm not using, or you can even observe, what are they using? How are they moving? What are they clicking? What's their intuition? Either based on their exposure or just like, what would they want to see and how easily would they want to see? And they did all that, having a few people come in, maybe 20 people, and they're seated there and they're testing and they're just observing, how is this person behaving? Which one are they struggling with? And they went improving and iterating until what you've seen right now. And so even during that time when we were still waiting for approval, we even did more improvements and more enhancements, where then you get people saying, oh, but I'm used to doing it this way, or I want to see this. And you have enough users giving you that feedback, and you notice, okay, by the way, let's change this, let's make it pop. And guys are like, because especially the audience, again, are very social media exposed, right? And so you want to make, you're bringing in the GIFs and you're bringing in the emojis. Like there's emojis everywhere.
Yeah, even the avatars are so dope.
Because there's the avatar. If you check our website, there's this
the moving man,
the moving man,
LED lights.
There's someone who was telling me, I go to your website and then I just end up on the homepage and I'm watching that guy.
Yeah.
And it's like, and yet I went to look for specific information, which is funny, right?
Yeah.
So you go, it's beyond just coming in and just thinking money, right? Like it's friendly, it's warm, it's social. And that's really big for us, because we want people to feel like, I know this thing. It's not another thing where now I have to readjust my mentality or my focus or my mindset. It's what I know, right? And so that's how they did it. And we added more people over time, and we started now building and adding different things. And even for the features, honestly, it's with regards again to what people are asking for, right? So you have the account, and then savings came up as a request from someone, and that's when it was incorporated. And then at the beginning, what used to happen is whenever you would open the account, because we were working with a small number of people, we used to deposit money for you and tell you, hey, try 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things and unlock that money. So we'd give even 500 shillings.
Okay.
And we're like, there's 5 things we need you to do. For each thing that you do, you are unlocking 100 shillings. And so what that was serving to do was helping the users also discover the different things they can do,
Mhm.
and then they give feedback, right?
Yeah.
And then refer, and then you see what are the things that are breaking, what are the things that are causing friction, what are the
Mhm.
things that are not even used
Mm.
at all, that we move lower,
Mm.
or just try and give different like kinds of, like maybe some people see one feature and others see another feature, and try to see then how they're using it and what they're saying about it.
Mhm.
And so then based on that, and then from customer experience side, you get customers also telling you things like the loan request.
Yeah, I
keeps
can
coming up.
imagine.
The interest
Mm,
request, savings
mm.
with interest,
Mhm.
keeps coming up.
Yeah.
The card request kept coming up, and that one at least we're already working on.
Mhm.
And so sometimes it's just listening to the users and being like, what are they asking for? What are the things that they want?
Mhm.
Also, I was talking about the rewards before.
Yeah.
And so people who came in later,
Mhm.
then were not getting the rewards. And they're like, this is so
This is
unfair.
unfair.
I got 500. Why aren't you giving me a reward? I want
Yeah.
a reward. I want a reward. And so we brought back rewards, but in a different way. So
Mhm.
you're not getting the 500,
Mhm.
but immediately you do different things.
Yeah.
You can earn 250 coins. You can earn 50 coins. You can earn 1 coin. Like we give you chances to do different things
Mhm.
to still be rewarded. So we
Okay.
brought it in slightly differently.
Yeah.
And the uptake has actually been quite interesting. Guys are like, can I refer people? How many coins will I get?
Yes.
How often can I spin the wheel? Because we allow you to spin the wheel about 2 to 3 within, like if you spin it today, then it will take another 2 days before you can spin again.
Okay.
To win different things, or accumulate coins doing things,
Mhm.
and then come and unlock a spin
Unlock.
with only 150 coins. So when we're playing around with those things, we observe what users are saying.
Mhm.
We observe whether they're using it or not. The day we released that feature, even
Mhm.
before we informed users, guys were already using it and giving us feedback.
Yeah.
And we were like, okay, we did something right. Yeah. And so that's how we do it. But again, there's also the side where we look at like the world, the big neobanks in the world. You have like many, some who we are actually connected to, like their advice, or their founders are advisors for us.
Yeah.
And so then they've also told us other features that have worked really well in their countries for us to test, build, test, see the uptake.
See, yeah.
If it's good, it sticks. If it's not good, then we remove. That's a good thing about being digital. You're able to test very
Test.
quickly. So
Yeah.
we do a lot of research. We look at what is happening out there, what is comfortable out there.
Yeah.
What are people doing, even in the normal banks, that people then would prefer to do online, and then those are the things that we try. So we almost like marry different ways of building features and interacting with customers, and then prioritizing all that.
Incredible.
Yeah.
And Fingo is available both on iOS and Android.
Yes.
Yes.
No one is left out.
Exactly. I love that. So there's just maybe a small percentage that's left out. If I do not have, or let's say I'm using a Kabambe and I do not know anything digital, and I am a youth
Yeah.
who wants in, is there a solution there?
So that has come up, especially when we're talking to some university students.
Yeah.
Where they're like, yeah, I have a feature phone. Mine is fine. Maybe I can download. Or I have, the different phones that are there.
Yeah.
Without promoting any.
Yes.
I just remembered.
Yeah.
And so what they have been asking is, if I still want to use this solution, what do I do?
Exactly.
And so that's one of the features that, again, the team have been challenged. Like, what works out there? What are the different ways that then we can give access to people who do not have smartphones, so to speak?
Yeah.
And so one of the ways that we have discovered is the use of USSD, right? So it's limited, obviously. It won't be as enhanced as the experience that you would have on the app, but we're like, we don't want to lock anyone out. And so with the use of USSD, you should be able to still do your transactions. The bit that we're still working around is the registration, because the thing about the app that we haven't mentioned is you open an account within 4 minutes, right?
Yes.
There's no queues or lines or filling in information. Within 4 minutes, once you've downloaded it from the App Store, we tell you get a brief of the different things you'll be able to do, and then you fill in a bit of your information, just your name, and then you take pictures of your ID or your documents.
Yes.
And then after that, now you do a video so that we can compare your face with the pictures.
With the pictures.
Because we don't want your brother opening an account in your name.
Yeah.
And then you're just seeing things happening and you're like, but what is that,
Yeah.
right? And so we do all those verifications and then we check in the back end for many things. We make sure it's the same person. We make sure this thing is valid. You're actually a Kenyan, all that and more.
Over 18.
Over 18,
Yeah.
correct. But I mean, we keep, again, another thing we're being asked for is for people who are younger to be able to open.
That is
It
also,
coming up.
yeah, I
It
can
is coming
imagine,
up.
yeah.
It keeps coming up. Like, guys are like, with other people, we should be able to. I mean, we do have accounts with other people who I will not mention. And so we'd like the same also. Yes, we're youth, but
Yeah.
we do have the 18 to 24 target, and then we have the 25 to 35.
35.
target. So the 25 to 35 are the ones who are like, what if I want to open for my son, my daughter,
Yeah.
who's like 14,
Mm.
13, that kind of a thing. Or someone who's older who's like, I might not be the Fingo target,
Yeah.
which I still want to be in, but can I then open for my kid who might not be 18 and does
18.
not have their own documents? So that's another thing that we're looking at.
Mm-hmm.
But back to what I was saying is, so you manage to open the account within 4 minutes. You have a fully fledged account. As long as your documents are fine. And so that is the bit which on the feature phone we need to figure out, because if you're not able to take pictures and
Yeah.
upload and you're not able to do a video, then do we then collaborate with the bank, start it manually,
Yeah.
but subsequently then it's purely on your SSD.
yeah.
So those are the conversations we're still having. The bank is excited and they're fine with us just figuring out something and then building together. So that's something that we're still thinking about.
Incredible. So you guys are live and fully functional in Kenya.
Yes.
Where is the next country? What East African countries are you looking to going into? Because I saw somewhere that by the end of the year, you're looking to expand and go into like East African countries. How is that going?
Yeah, so the best thing about, again, the partner that we have, EcoBank, is they have like incredible presence in like over 35 countries in Africa. And honestly, like the partnership we have with them is more for where do you want to go next, right? Where are we that you want to go next?
Yeah.
Because if they're already there, they know the market, they have already built solutions.
Yes.
We're just coming in and doing the youth side of it, right? We're coming in, we understand the young people, what is happening in this space, how is tech in this space, what is preferable. You know, regulators are different in different markets. So understand what does the regulator prioritize here. You know, in Kenya, they're like safety for the money, safety of the data. In another country, they might be like, for us, we just want free. You cannot charge our people, you know. So we need to figure out each market as we go. We have already started those conversations. We've started conversations in Tanzania. We've started conversations in Uganda. We've been linked up with Rwanda, but we've not yet started the conversations in Rwanda. And Nigeria, again, which is one of the biggest, you know, for the bank especially. And so there are some countries that we're looking at. And honestly, it's more for once we're in there, the bank already has the license, because again, we're not going separately, we're going together. And so it's more of understanding first, what does the regulator prioritize when we're coming in? And then what is the market itself? What do the young people here want? Because young people across Africa are not entirely the same.
They're different,
They're not entirely the same. And you will know, right? Yes, you're Kenyan, but you're talking to young people. And so being able to go there and saying, what do they like? What do they prioritize? How do they use money currently? There's a country we went to and we were interacting with the guys there, and they were like, oh, here we are still highly cash. Highly cash.
Interesting.
So you still need to, you know, as you're coming in, just know that there'll first be a mind shift change that will need to be done. And then now, how do you get people comfortable to think about having the money on a phone?
On a phone,
You know, Kenyans are way ahead.
That is
in
so
regard.
true,
But
because
in other places,
it's hard. I went to Uganda, even just went for this festival, and I swear it was only one person who knew about mobile money. And I think it was a different name. Anyway, but it was so interesting just to be able to find out, okay, you guys do not use...
And we were warned that by the time now you're going into such markets, like it's it's good because it's fertile ground.
Yeah,
right? Like
true.
it's the type of place where you come and you create and you're learning with them
Mhm.
and you're solving with them. So
Mhm.
we're just being warned the uptake might not be like this, like
Yeah.
in Kenya, because Kenya guys are already there, like that. They're just downloading that, referring that, and people don't even need help.
Mm.
Like they've
Yeah.
already gone, they've discovered things. We are unleashing features. They already know those features,
Yes.
and we're like, guys, are you just seated on the app, just tinkering around? Like, how do you know this? But we were
Yeah.
warned in other markets,
Mhm.
like it might not be as fast, and
Mm.
so building that educational aspect, building on-ground activations, building on-ground, interactions and stuff, and
Interactions.
even understanding that the uptake might not be as fast and coming
Mhm.
in from that perspective. So not expecting the thousands that we have in Kenya who came in
Yeah.
within days,
Yeah.
to going there and just saying, how is it going? What works here? Who is trusted here? What is the conversation we need to be having? But
Yeah.
for us, it's a good challenge,
It
right? Because
is.
we keep saying we have 500 million youth in Africa who need to be banked, and they need a bank that understands them, that gets them, that grows with them. So just starting with your little side hustle, with your little job, with your allowances that you're saving,
Mhm.
as we grow that, as you grow into making more money, to
Mhm.
discovering more finances, we want to grow with you.
Yeah.
So for us, it's a good challenge, basically.
Incredible. I saw Fingo and I was just like, this is the way that we're moving forward, guys. And for you guys to come and also bring solutions that are going to help not only the youth but other people, it's really big. And I really love that it's a digital, because that's the era that we're moving in, and also because we are an online platform here. So I really think that it's gonna be incredible. You're gonna be able to help so many people. And yeah, I cannot wait to see how far Finko is gonna go, but it's gonna be worldwide.
Amen.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's definitely going to be worldwide. I want to say thank you so much for coming and representing Fingo. Please give us your social media handles and any last words you'd like to give us.
Okay, so on social media, we are at Fingo Africa everywhere. So Twitter, Facebook, IG, wherever you're comfortable getting your information. LinkedIn, again, is Fingo Africa.
Yes.
So please connect with us on any of those channels. It will be great to have you. We do a bit of information posts there. We do blogs. We do just different things, and when we're updating things again, we inform people there. So please follow us. And then number 2, remember, it's free.
It's free, guys.
Free. Just go right now to the
Yes.
App Store, to the Play Store. Download Fingo Africa. Sign up within minutes. Make sure you have your ID very close, so
Yeah.
that you're able to just finish the sign up process. If you encounter any challenges, chat us. My team is constantly
They are so
available and ready.
efficient. Like,
As you're typing, they have answers.
Yeah.
They get you, and it's fellow young people, like young fresh graduates who are just ready.
Oh
to
man,
serve you.
I love it.
So that they get it right, and
Yeah.
they talk to you at your level. You come in Sheng, they'll answer in Sheng.
And-
You talk with you, they're with you. We don't discriminate.
Yeah.
So open your account, refer your friends, use the different features and coins,
Yes.
spin the wheel and rewards. Like, have fun with it, and then we're always open to feedback. So if you feel there's something that's not working well, that you want to work better, please let us know. If you feel there's something that is broken or not working as it should, please let us know. If you think there's something that's interesting that we should include, please let us know. We're always open to feedback and learning and growing with you. So it will be happy to have all of you there. Maybe be the first account that you have, but if you already have another bank account, just open ours, and then start using it. Yeah, start using it and then make that decision yourself. But I promise you will stay on Fingo.
Yeah, I love it. It's an incredible app. I love the features. Personally, I can't wait to go and just start inviting people so that I can earn my coins. I'm going to finalize my process because I don't have my ID. So I make sure that I just finalize it so that I can be able to see what other features are going to be coming in. But the savings with interest is what I'm looking into.
Very soon. I'm pushing. That's my project.
That's
I'm
your project?
pushing.
Yes,
I'm
please.
pushing, yeah.
It's incredible what you're doing. I can't wait. Please thank the whole team because what you guys are doing is incredible. So guys, please make sure that you go check out the Fingo app. It is free, and let me tell you, it is free if you are sending from Fingo to Fingo, and also it is subsidized rates on paying bills and sending from Fingo to, let's say, Safaricom or somebody who is not on Fingo. So kindly go check it out and you will thank us. You will thank us later.
Just go to socials and say, Judith, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for bringing us on this.
Yeah.
You know, or Sonia, thank you for telling us about this.
Thank you, Judith. Thank you so much. And also to all the listeners, this has been the 5 a.m. Club. You're tuned in to Radio 254, the home of Kenyan music and content.
Black Market Records. Chemi za uongo, story za jaba ndo tingize ubongo, ndo bebe kawaletikiza kamongo, bari barabara bana maringo. Niko na pesa kushinda babako, kasikie vibaya uko kwenye, kasikie vibaya uko kwenye, kasikie vibaya uko kwenye.
Niko na pesa na ni za babako,
kasikie vibaya uko kwenye, kasikie vibaya uko kwenye, kasikie vibaya uko kwenye.
Lifika jiji nikakutana na budako, akaniambia kanivaa kwa pendagi za mamako. Kisirisiri tukakutana kwako, ni click bang tujuu ya kitanda chako.
Hamna hela nini mnate, seka nyinyi unalipa madeni na pochi yako. Miaka ni 20 huko chini 60 na mneti unatuvunjia mgongo.
Ulinipaka chance na nikapita nako, uliponipiga intro siku ya introduction. Anani finance na school fees zako, alinipeanga info kwanza yesi babako.
Unapenda